to HCTV Game Day. Welcome, I'm Brad Silbert, and this is HCTV Sports Game. You'll see 4 exciting games on one screen. The live graphic will show you which game you are watching. It's an IHSAA version of the Red Zone. You can watch on all IHSAA TV apps on your phone, Amazon Fire, Roku TV, and Apple TV. Game Day is brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies. Welcome to HC.
I'm Perry Williams. Welcome to Season 2, Week 3 of HCTV Game Day here on Hamilton County TV. Tonight we will highlight multi-games from IHSAA TV, Indiana SRN, student-produced broadcasts from Hamilton Southeastern, and our own games at HCTV Sports. Game 1 will be HCTV Sports. That'll be Fishers at Noblesville. Game 2 on IHSAA TV, Plainfield at Mooresville. Game 3, Indiana SRN, Mount Vernon at Greenfield Central. Game 4, Hamilton Southeastern students, Avon versus Hamilton Southeastern. And we'll also have a bonus game tonight, Indiana SRN, Roncalli versus Chittard. You can watch single game broadcasts on either hctv1.com or ihsaatv.org. Check out 18 games on IHSAA.
Offensive line, Ethan Dye, Max Cohn, Hayden Tobias, Jonah Vanderkamp, and Wyatt Puff. That front five for Fishers averages 271 pounds per man from tackle to tackle. So they're a good-sized group of guys. There's a handoff over the left side, maybe a couple of yards just inside the 40-yard line. It's got to be hard to deal with those guys. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge front line. You know, list across the front, 270s. And it's just, I wonder what Noblesville's defense is going to be able to do against that. And that's going to really open up that running game for Dylan Scally. The big
Houston could do as he was met by a host of Orioles there. Not exactly the start you want for Coach Morris and the Royals, but the Avon Orioles are going to come on out. And the defense for HSC, which played really strong last week, is going to go ahead and come on out.
Yeah, by the way, it was John McCall on the punt.
Oh, was it? I thought I saw
18,
10.
It was
All
John
right,
McCall.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but the Royals defense did play well last week except for one drive. And or really 2 drives. The one drive they let up a touchdown, the other one they let up the game-winning field goal. So 2 drives, other than 2 drives last week, they played really well and also scored on defense.
There's a receiver in motion. They're going to pitch it off to him, and that is, oh, wow. As he goes ahead and makes a man miss, that's number 16, Micah Phillips there on the tackle for HSC, as he is going to get about 6 yards there on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 4. As the scoreboard says 2nd and 1, but it is 2nd and 1. I cannot see.
Your glasses.
Yeah, I should. Henry Heston drops back to throw, and it's overthrown there. Good coverage.
That was Jake Houston.
Yeah, that was Jake Houston, as it is now a 3rd and 1. Henry Heston so far this year, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Just over 300 yards for him this season. Been very solid. He's going to go ahead and be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff, and that's going to go ahead and get the first down and more, as he's going to get down to around the 11-yard line there. First down for the Orioles.
Yeah, good blocking up front by the Orioles, and the running back found a hole and got a gain about 5 yards. So hopefully the Orioles can stop him here as they've entered the about the 10-yard line.
Same set as last time. They're going to go ahead and get instruction from the sideline. Coach Mark Bless going ahead and giving them, and they're going to go ahead and hand it off to the outside, wide open hole. And looks like they were trying to get the ball out there. Micah Phillips was one of them trying to rip the ball out, but he's going to be down around the 2-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and goal
Second down.
Second and 2.
Yeah, there
Rather.
could have been a block in the back called by the Orioles, but it was not seen. But
And that is going to be stopped. Good play there from the Royals. As Chris Stein, I saw, got back there, kind of got some pressure from the outside line.
and Seth Morelli as well in there.
Seth Morelli has a lot of tackles, 15 total so far this season. He has been everywhere on the field. Now they have trips right. Or trips left, I apologize. Still one back. That is Jalen Love. And they're going to snap it. Love's going to get the handoff. Oh, no, he's not. Faked me out there. Henry Hessen, and looks like tried a little bit of acting there to go ahead and get a flag. It didn't work. Seth Morelli on the pressure. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah, it was a play action. They faked the handoff, and there was a rollout pass to the right. He had a guy open, but he was under pressure by Seth Morelli, and it forced the ball, or forced an errant pass. And so bring up 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Look, I got to say, it was a good play action because it faked me out. Henry Hessen in the shotgun, one back behind. Has 2 receivers over to the right, one to the left. And he's going to go ahead and hand it off to Love. And
Touchdown. You got it.
that's it. That's a touchdown. Jalen Love on the carry goes ahead and gets a touchdown. Not really a ton the Royals defense could have done with the field position they started out with.
Well, they forced him to 4th and goal, and it was really close. They just barely got in, but
Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is good. So 8:18 to go in the opening period of play. A 56-yard drive, again back on their own 44-yard line. 56 yards, 8 plays. Rue, a 1-yard dive in for the end zone, and Craig, that's just too easy.
Yeah, way too easy, and 8 plays, like you said before that. A nice 38-yard kickoff return by number 35, Sean Kim, to set up that, great field position. And just like that, Fisher's up 7-0 here. Celebrating over 26 years in the business, now 27. Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 and visit their website at loganstreetsigns.com. Also follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Noblesville will get the football for the first time in this game. Quarterback Alex Zabak, a 6-footer, a 200-pounder, senior. We mentioned this the last time we were with you. The coaching staff had to drag him out of baseball to get him into a football uniform. So he is really kind of a rookie, even though he is listed as a senior. The kickoff goes into the end zone for the automatic touchdown. So Noblesville will get it at their own 20. Here's their offensive line. The left tackle is 66 Carson Cutler, a 6'3", 210-pound junior. On the right side, Cameron Knight, 6'3", 270, and a senior. The guards on the left side, Hayden Smith, 6'1", 210, and a senior. On the right side, Michael Maris, 5'10", 280, and a senior. And the center is Jacob Long, a 5'10", 220-pound sophomore. They'll line up Lucas Williams, a 6'4", 205 senior at the tight end spot, generally on the right side of the lineup. We'll set the backfield for you in just a minute. Zabak up under center now. Put a man in motion, and he will hang on to the football, and it's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for no game. The running backs, they'll use Elijah Butler at the fullback spot, a 5'9", 175-pound senior. Wide receivers, there'll be 3 of them out there in this offense. Jaden Barrett, 5'8", 150, a senior. Zach Blevins, 5'10", 170, and a junior. And Holden Montarsi, a 5'9", 160-pound junior. That's the lineup offensively now for the Noblesville Millers. A loss of about a half a yard. We'll call the second down and a long 10. And caught again in the backfield. And this has many similarities right now, Craig, to what we saw a couple of weeks ago against Cathedral. Can't get anything going on the ground running this option offense.
Yeah, and it goes to show so far, it's, I believe 101 yards on 63 carries through 2 games.
Yep.
That's 1.6 yards a carry. And obviously something Noblesville needs to get going right away, and they're trying to do so as their running game.
So we'll look at third down now with 11 yards to go for the first down. firing for the first time. The pass is caught at the 25, out to around the 27 or 28-yard line. Good throw, nice catch that time, but it's still going to be shy of the first down.
You know, I'm not sure how it translates onto the football field, but Alex Zavak is a catcher on the baseball team. He was a backup this past season back in the spring, but...
well, what it says, he's tough.
Yeah.
That's as much as anything right now. 6:59 to go. This opening quarter, a big drive right off the bat for the Fishers Tigers. They are ranked number 7 in both the Associated Press and the Football Coaches Association poll this week. This shows you what kind of a schedule the Millers are facing. Here is one of the big weapons they've had. Graydon Addison punts it away at second and 34 and returned out near midfield for about a 16-yard return. And Fishers will get the football again.
In great field position this time, Jerry. It's going to be at their own 49, it looks like, and obviously a much shorter field than Noblesville had to deal with in their first drive. So Fisher is looking to go up 2 scores early.
And this is so familiar to the opening game against Cathedral when Addison was the key offense.
Hobson going to hand it off to Nigel Wilson. He's going to get a few yards. There's a flag there.
You could really call 2 things. It's either going to be holding or it's going to be a block in the back on one of the wide receivers.
Yeah, they're going to, I think this one's coming back for the Royals.
I'll be honest, tonight is not going to be a night where we're going to be able to run the ball at will. They have a really good defensive line, and we're a little bit undersized on the offensive line. Oh, they moved against Avon.
All right.
I guess I saw a holding, but luckily they didn't. I wonder what they called. We haven't gotten the official signal yet, but they're moving them back. It's a big penalty.
It is. That is going to be...
Must be some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul. It's got to be 15-yard penalty.
Second and 1 here for the Royals. So far this season going into the game, Nigel Wilson has 23 rushes for 42 yards. That's 1.8 yards per carry and a touchdown. Not a ton of long runs for Nigel Wilson this season.
No, he's been, when Blaine's been out, he's been kind of the power back, and Tylen Taylor has come in and been a little bit more of the speed back and has a lot of the longer runs. But Nigel's done a good job.
Hops on the screen pass. Nathan Wolf has room, and he's down, kind of ran into an own lineman there.
Yeah.
What a good play there for the Royals. Good by Andrew Hobson.
Yeah, it was a throwback screen. Caught Avon on the wrong side of the field, and good run, good catch and good run by Nate Wolf, and good blocking by the offensive line out in front there. Isaiah Kegley with a good block.
Hobson with trips to the right. Wilson goes in motion. That's going to be a handoff to Nigel Wilson and stopped in the backfield. That is number 40, Josh Jones, the junior linebacker, going ahead making the tackle on the play. It will be a 2nd and 12 for the Royals. That play just kind of got blown up. And Tylen Taylor is in the game for the first time. In and out, going ahead and making defenders miss. Good play there from DeAndre Rhodes. And the handoff there to Tylen. Tylen's going to get a few yards and get met 2nd and 9. But they are in, it's going to be 2nd and goal, actually.
Yeah, 2nd and goal. They're inside the 10-yard line.
He has 2 receivers to the left.
Yeah, Boysen and Rhodes.
Those have been the 2 favorite targets so far this season. And he's going to roll out to the left. He's going to throw, and that one is
throwing it to Mr. Rent, our assistant principal. Good catch by Mr. Rent.
Student section gets a little bit of
cheer for
excitement.
Mr. Rent, but yeah, he was just throwing that one away. Both Ben and DeAndre were covered. They tried to roll out pass to the left. Ben Boysen had like a 5-yard whip route, which is fake to the inside and the out, and then DeAndre had basically a 10 and out or maybe another comeback as well, and neither of them were open. So good decision by Hobson not to risk it.
Tylen Taylor going to get the handoff here. He's going to get a few yards. Down to about
6-yard line.
Yeah.
It'll be about, it's 4th down. I with the wonders of the kicking game lately, it'll be interesting to see if they're going to go for it or kick it. And
they're going to send out the kicking
here
game.
comes the kicking unit. So Alex Drolis. See if he can make a field goal.
I talked to him before the game. He said he's very confident in himself tonight. So we'll see what happens. I mean, confidence is good in your kicker, so let's see what happens here.
Pretty good drive by the Royals offense, though, if they can capitalize it with 3 points.
Hold is good.
Oh, man, almost blocked.
And the kick is good. 7-3 here with 3:22 left in the first quarter.
Special teams can do to help your cause.
Tyson Gibson will field this kickoff of the 10-yard line. He finds a bit of a crease, and he's still on his feet all the way out to the 37-yard line. Nice kick return there. For the Plainfield Quakers, they'll come onto the field for their third possession of the ballgame. The man making the tackle was actually the kicker, Brock Bodell.
Well, it's certainly not panic time by any sense of the imagination. Pressure is a funny thing against offenses sometimes. You have a tendency maybe to do things you may not do playing from behind because you now feel a little bit of that on behind type pressure. Let's see how Plainfield answers the bell.
Well, Plainfield is going to make a change at quarterback. They have brought in Cale Vanderbush, the sophomore, and his first play is going to be a handoff, turning around and handing the ball to Ricky Alsum, who just had no running room, nowhere to go. Well played by the Mooresville defensive front. It's a 2-yard loss, but again, the backup quarterback now in for Plainfield.
Boy, Schmidt, the linebacker, just absolutely played that possession to perfection. The defensive line really clogged the hole, and then he filled perfectly for Mooresville.
Vanderbush looking to the sideline.
Well, we were told they might rotate quarterbacks when they deem necessary.
Vanderbush wants to throw. His first pass play of the game is a completion, a good little stop route there to the far sideline, and that ball was delivered on time. Well done there by Vanderbush for his first throw of the game, complete to Jack Beebe, and that will now set up a 3rd and medium.
Well, that's a 2-step drop, and he just flat out unloaded. Part of the problem I think they were having a little earlier, the quarterback was hanging on to the ball just a little bit. Nice 2-step drop, little hitch route, got him the ball.
He will reset the offense here, Will Vanderbush, on a 3rd and 7. And he's going to keep it. Trying to get around right end. Boy, he'll be close. He's right at the yard to gain. And I think the official on that far sideline will give him forward progress. He will. It's a first down run by Vanderbush.
Well, you got to like that. You bring in a substitute quarterback, and the best thing he can do to get the confidence of his team is to make some plays. And there he makes one by himself and knows exactly where he needs to go to get the first down. Plainfield moving.
Now from their own 48-yard line. Vanderbush wants to throw again. Play action. He's got another receiver that's open. Number 2 on the catch and number 2 on the tackle. That's Noah Hessong on the reception and Xander Lowry on the tackle. A nice first down pickup of 8 yards.
Well, I like his throwing arm. He literally has a nice just drop step and boom, goes. No hesitation at all.
Now again, he is only a sophomore, Vanderbush. The starter, Moyers, is a junior. Second down and 2. Running play. Oh, and Stevens is in the open field. Look out, this guy can go.
Yep.
Tripped up at the 28-yard line. What a run. Stevenson ended up making the tackle, but a strong run there by Jarrett Steven.
Well, Steven, where he's super dangerous when he gets by that first layer, and the tackle was not made because he's one of those continues to gain speed as he goes type player. Boy, Plainfield really moving the football well.
Steven now lines up to the left side of Vanderbush on a 1st and 10. Vanderbush is going to run a reverse. Might they pass out of this? Yeah, he's looking like he wants to pass. Now he's just going to keep it and take the 3 or 4 yard gain. A good decision there by Evan Clark, the senior, who you could tell he wanted to pull the trigger and pass the ball, but there was no one open downfield, so he just keeps it and makes a positive play.
Yeah, and that's a big play because the last thing you want to do is if you're moving the football is give one away here, and that's a good senior play, and that's exactly what he was. kind of an option. He had the option to either throw it or run and makes the right decision. Hey, just get what you can right now.
We saw a couple of trick plays out of Plainfield last year when we had them in the game against Mooresville. Here's Steven into the red zone, as now Plainfield just starting to pound the ball in between the tackles. That will not be enough of a gain for a first down. They'll be a yard shy, will the Quakers. 3rd and 1 coming.
Coach Brian Woodard loves the senior group that he has and feels like if he can bring some of these younger players along that they can really be a good football team before it's all said and done.
Yeah, only 13 seniors from
Right.
Plainfield, but it's a good group,
Yes,
a
it
small
is.
in number, but a talented group. Steven. Oh, you don't know, he's not going to get there. And he dropped the ball. They're going to say he was down. They're going to say he was down. Making the tackle was Dominic Oldham. No surprise there. Oldham's been in all the plays defensively, it feels like, tonight. The ball did pop free, but whistled down. This is not a fumble. Instead, it's going to be 4th and short for Plainfield.
Well, you're right. Odom is absolutely, if he's not made the tackle, he certainly assisted on the majority of these defensive tackles.
Well, let's see what they will do here on 4th and now 3.
There to, I believe, yes, that is Carmelo Mitchell.
Well, what we've seen tonight so far is that the Orioles are going to be very aggressive. Even though they're the number 1 team in the state, even though they're predicted to win this game, that they should win this game on paper, they're coming out being aggressive. And so far, it's worked off the fake punt and a really good opportunity there, but good play by Michael Cherry to break it up.
And the handoff to Julian Love, or Jalen Love, excuse me. That's going to be a 3rd down and around 5 there, 5-yard run there. Oh, now the scoreboard's fixed. It is 3-7 in favor of Avon. 3rd and 4 here. And you have trips right here for the Orioles. Not anymore, as they're going to bring number 82, Tice
Tell you what.
Farrell. in.
Big Evan Phillips, or excuse me, not Evan Phillips, 54, I'm sorry.
Blake Fisher.
Yeah, Blake Fisher.
Oh, beautiful play there by the corner to knock out the ball. That was a catch. And, wow, Jake Houston just said no there. Go ahead and broke that one up. Beautiful play there. And now they're going to go ahead and bring out the punt team. Maybe we have another fake punt. I'd be hard-pressed to see 2 fake punts in a row.
Sorry, Blake Fisher, their big offensive lineman, 6'7". That's how tall he is. That's what I was trying to.
And ran, I would assume, the same play they had drawn up initially. But let's see if this play will stand.
Typically, you see that play change, but you're right, Rob. They went exactly right back to that same play, and I believe it's going against Plainfield.
Oh, an illegal motion penalty.
Yep, illegal shift.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, that is a crushing play. You would have had 1st and 10 inside of the 20. Instead, you go to 4th and 8. Now you have to bring on your field goal kicker.
That's a big penalty. That's huge.
Harrison Nichols has not attempted a field goal this year. He is perfect on extra points, but this is his first field goal try. This will be from 42 yards away on the right hash.
Not much wind, but certainly looking into the sun.
The junior Harris Nichols. Snap and hold down. The kick certainly has the leg, and it is no good, wide right. He pushed it off wide right, did Nichols, and so the penalty really comes back to hurt Plainfield as they come away with no points after they did have a promising drive going.
Well, you hear about this at every level that offensive coordinators, especially head coaches, say, when you're moving the football, finish. There is nothing that drives a head coach or offensive coordinator crazy when you get so much yards, get momentum, get rhythm, and do not finish.
Unfortunately, that's what happened. No finishing for Plainfield. Mooresville says, we'll take it as the defense holds, and now the Pioneers are right back to their ground game, and they've got a first down run of 13 yards. That's a first down run for the Mooresville Pioneers, and carrying the football, their leading rusher, Brecken Green.
Yeah, this trap play over the right side, you try to clear out that nose guard. Nice up front blocking by Pioneer. Good run.
Dane Stevenson splits wide right, which is the bottom of your screen for the Pioneers. Ranked number 1 in the state, according to the Associated Press in 4A football. reverse here. This ball given to Braden Evans. He has some running room. He'll have a first down run before Platt is able to tackle him right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back first down runs for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and here's just a little counter option type play to the left side. And right now, Rob, Mooresville running game is in full speed ahead mode.
That should be the final play of the first quarter. We will go to the break with Mooresville leading Plainfield 7-0 on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
You're good at you. You've been you for years. And we're good at your insurance. You're good at laundry basketball. We're good at your insurance. You're good at stopping a gas pump on a 00. We're good at your insurance.
Yeah, and he's a very athletic, very mobile guy who can also throw the ball really well. So there's a good chance next year he'll be the starting quarterback as Andrew Hobson will be gone, but he's one heck of a player.
As we're going to close out the first quarter here, about 8 seconds left.
See if they get the playoff or they're just going to let it go to the
I
quarter.
think they're going to let it go down.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's going to be it here for the first quarter here on Southeastern Sports Network. The score going in to the break. The Orioles 7, the Royals 3. Southeastern Sports Network is made possible this year by Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street. Check out their hours at skyzone.com/Fishers.
Green, and he gets wrapped up and tackled ferociously on the sideline by Mason Scott. Good tackle there by the Quakers, but it's another good run, and it's another first down run. The ball's now at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10, Mooresville.
Yeah, see, this was an isolation dive right up over the left guard, but great job by Green, seeing there was no hole and just shifted way outside, and what really shouldn't have been much, got a few yards out of that.
Now back to the pistol formation. Goes the QB, Kalijah Perry. He's looking for Evans on a swing pass, and Evans has a catch, and he has a nice gain. It won't be enough for a first down, but a strong play. First down, an 8-yard gainer. Braden Evans, who's been targeted early and often tonight, number 13, the 6-foot senior.
Well, you'll take that play on first down any day of the week. And that's that play they wanted to run, really the first play of the game, and it wasn't executed well. If it's executed, it's hard to stop, number one, and especially on first down when it gets big yardage, it really just opens your playbook up.
Put it back on the ground to Green. He finds his way inside of the 30-yard line. Tackle to the 29, another first down gain, and Mooresville is in a very good rhythm right now offensively.
Well, rhythms is absolutely the right word, and I really believe in that. Confidence first, and then if you get rhythm in your offense, that's exactly what you want, and Mooresville for sure has it. They're at home. They got comfort. Huge crowd tonight. Arch rivals. Everything right now is going their direction.
And here we have early movement up front before that ball could be snapped, and that's a 5-yard walk-off against Mooresville.
And we talked about Plainfield's defense early. It's some big guys up there. They run the 3-4, and they really will use those linebackers. A lot of them will blitz off and on all the time. That's why you'll see on your picture they're just 3 down linemen. Let's see how active these linebackers are this play.
This is a quarterback keep all the way. Quarterback draw after faking the handoff, but not a whole lot of running room. That play was sniffed out rather quickly by the Plainfield Quakers and Jack Beebe. And that'll bring up 2nd and long. 74 degrees on a beautiful night here in Mooresville this evening.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Both the fullback, so we'll see who gets the handoff here, if anybody. They will not. Rule will keep it, go into the end zone from 1 yard out.
just a steady diet, running the football and eating up clock. And this would make, turns out it can make it a very easy win for Fishers if this trend continues throughout the game.
Jack Phillips with the point after, and it is good. 9:26 to go. First half, 21-0 football game, Fishers. Unofficially, 9 plays, 49 yards, a 1-yard Rue run, and for him, that would be his first 2 touchdowns of the season, by the way.
Wow.
So the Millers need to get something going here. Alex Zavac coming into this game, his first 2 contests.
Truly is a backyard
Yes,
brawl,
is.
and a lot of intensity for this game tonight, as we thought there.
Down. And you may have an illegal alignment there by Mount Vernon.
Luke Rapp with the touchdown reception, flag pending.
Nigel was.
Yep. 2nd and 6. Hobson going to throw. He has DeAndre in, overthrown.
Yeah, he had DeAndre on the DeAndre Rhodes' famous post route that they love to do. And he was open again.
That would have been a touchdown if he would have caught it.
Yeah, well, and Hobson just overthrew him, but not a bad play.
No.
But another big 3rd down, big drive, or big down for both teams.
If you're Coach White, you at least know that play works.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 here for the Royals. I think this would probably be 2-down territory again.
Yeah. If they went for it back there, they're going to go for it again, and it's not in Jurlis' range yet.
Hobson going to go ahead and hand.
Bump there, no harm, no foul. But you know what? That bump was enough to get him off his route because that was a timing pattern.
So now 3rd and 6. Perry wants to throw, looking left all the way. Delivers an incomplete, nice coverage defensively. Couldn't have played it any better there than Hunter Herbeck, 5'10 junior, who wears number 3, broke on that ball perfectly.
Yeah, Herbeck did a great job. Cut perfectly. Secondary and linebacker core for Plainfield really doing a good job down here in the red zone against the pass. First and foremost, Rob, he had all day to throw this football. So now it's in the secondary's hands because he's got all day to pick something apart here.
And now Mooresville's going to go for it on 4th and 6. What a big play this is.
Let's see if this happens, or will they rethink this if it doesn't go good? Let's wait and see.
Looks like he's trying to draw them off sides, is the quarterback Perry. And that's exactly what happened. Mooresville will take its 2nd time out. They were trying to get Plainfield.
Is Barrett going left side, and again on the ground, and again stopped and stuffed with maybe a half a yard, perhaps a 1-yard gain that time.
And Hobson's going to drop back. He's going to throw. Tony Myers overthrown again.
Just overthrown. If we can, look, I mean, if we can stop, I mean, get these throws just a little bit less far in front of them, we would be really good. We'd be in perfect position because that's the 3rd or 4th time that it's just been barely overthrown, and it's not allowed us to catch the ball. And that's probably the 2nd or 3rd touchdown that we could have had just based off overthrown balls.
Nothing here against Tony Myers, but he's 5'9", and DeAndre Rhodes is 6'3", maybe with a little bit more of range. Could have caught it. Don't know. Maybe a little bit out in front, even for DeAndre. And that's going to be a play action thrown.
Oh man, that was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, it was. He had a leaping safety there. Kind of saw the ball. Maybe thought he could have gone all the way.
Yeah, that was 24, Joseph Sargent, who almost got an interception, and that was close. But they're going to kick the field goal. They're trusting in Jorolis. Showing him some love after consistent weeks. He's trying to build up his confidence. This would be a big kick for him to make it down to 1 point.
It really would be.
38-yard field goal is the official yardage, so it's a big kick for Jorolis.
It is. And it is good. That is a big kick there for Alex Jorolis. maybe he's.
Well, you know, a lot of times secondaries can cause linemen to hold because there was nowhere to throw the football. As you mentioned a couple times now, the secondary for Plainfield has really played well. There was nowhere to throw this ball, so now that forces the linemen, you have to block longer. Well, sooner or later, you grab something because you just can't sit there and block forever. So let's give Plainfield secondary a lot of credit for coverage.
And because that's a spot foul, you now go to 4th and 20. 4th and 20 on what could have been a play measured for a first down. Now you're 4th and 20, and Mooresville will again keep the offense out there. Their kicker, Bodel, has not attempted a field goal this year. Pump fake for the seam. That ball is in and out of the hands of Kyler Evans. He dove and had it on the fingertips for a split second, but it is incomplete, and the Plainfield defense holds.
But, Rob, look at this. He really only throws it where his guy's got the only shot because he throws it in zone coverage right between him. That's really an excellent throw. Led him just a tad, but, man, that was a great throw. Just wasn't able to hang on.
And Evans stays on the field to play defense. We see this a lot at this 4A level, with especially with Mooresville. They have a lead both ways. So Evans hops right back up and has to stay focused because now he's on defense. 1st and 10 for Plainfield after the Quakers are able to stop Mooresville in the red zone. They'll keep Vanderbush in the game as the QB. He will turn and hand the ball to Ricky Alsum, who has a gain of 4. Alsum over 300 yards on the season now. Boy, good block at the point of attack, especially the wide receivers. Weiniger blocking downfield with Hessong. Good job of blocking.
Really kind of escape one there. They've got to move the football here.
Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Turn and again hand it to Ricky Alsum, who last year was a defensive player. This year they moved him to tailback. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
But I've been super impressed by this linebacking core for Mooresville. They do an excellent job once they're collected in a block is getting rid of that thing and attack the ball.
Schmidt and Jope, they're two linebackers who make a ton of plays for them.
It was Jope that time.
Vanderbush to throw, caught, and that'll be a first down. What a nice throw.
Yeah.
And was
Mark, looks like Mount Vernon stopped him. Let's wait and see for the official indication. All going to depend on the spot.
Oh, they're going to call for measurement here.
That spot
That's a great spot.
That is a spectacular spot if you are a Greenfield Central Cougar.
Wow. Nope.
They'll stay short.
Okay. Whew.
Turnover on downs.
That's not short by much, though.
Nope. So now if you're Greenfield Central, can your youth movement on defense get you another stop? Or will Gary Sluneker and company make you pay for it?
Yeah, one of the keys for Mount Vernon is to score each inning.
And a good handoff there. Krishan McRae, he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Orioles.
That was unbelievable blocking by the, I mean, there was just great man on man. There was just, no one got off their blocks. Great blocking.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, behind their big left tackle, 6'7". He paved the way there.
It's got to be pretty easy to run off of that, man.
Sure is. Yeah, Evan Phillips.
And Krishan McRae just pretty much had green grass in front of him.
Or, excuse me, Blake Fisher. Blake Fisher, the big lineman. But, yeah, what a great run. And
their kicker, Carson Homer.
Too.
And good. That is good. So it's going to be 14-6.
Good news, it's still one score.
You got to like that, though. I mean, again, Greenfield's playing 4 or 5 guys in the box. You know, if you only give up 3 points here, you win.
And over the course of our conversation pre-gaming, Coach Nolting mentioned it's all about people buying in.
15-yard line, and then got his legs chopped out from under him by Dominic Oldham.
I think I mentioned before, he's a big 6'5", long, lanky kid, but he's sure not afraid to take off and run.
And also helping out on that tackle, Braden Evans for Mooresville. 2nd and 8. Plainfield threatening now.
Fires. Caught. Right around.
Even in high school, a running quarterback, I wouldn't say a must, close to a must, but you sure adds a big dimension to your offense, doesn't it?
Jarrett trying to turn the corner. He's inside of the 5, running for the end zone. He'll be tackled inside of the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Dane.
Avon leads Hamilton Southeastern 7-3. Southport and Columbus North 7-7.
Cole the handoff, trying to get around the edge.
Oh, nice hit.
Great second rush that time by the.
Now 4 for 4.
Cohen Hager, the freshman. Make it about 2nd and 8 for the Marauders. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Slunaker takes a snap. It's a direct to him, and he'll be met up right immediately at the wall of the front line of Greenfield Central.
That's a quarterback sneak keeper from the get-go. Nice play there. And I just like how Greenfield is just staying home, protecting everything they need. Another third down, another crucial third down here. This may be 4-down territory.
I mentioned Shipley earlier, maybe getting some reps under center. Well, Shipley also doubles as a receiver for the Marauders.
This is a must. They knew they had to have it. That left side really gets off the ball well. Ponder, the big left tackle, really sets that up with a key block.
Harris Nichols will come on to attempt the extra point to tie this game.
What a change now. Mooresville looked like they could have scored, penalty, and then Plainfield takes it all the way back and scores. What a change.
Quarterback sneak.
Is he in there? Wait for the signal. Slunaker tried to push it. There's a flag, though, in the backfield of Greenfield Central.
We have an illegal motion. You have too many men in the backfield, I think, for Mount Vernon. I think they had 6 guys in the backfield again. We'll see.
Coach Kirsch not going to be happy if that's the case. Greenfield Central's body language, though, indicates it might not be so lucky.
They did not score because the ball is on the 2-inch line.
Officials didn't officially make that signal to us, but as Coach mentions, did it more so with the players on the field as we wait this ruling. I'm assuming it is on Greenfield Central. They're looking towards the Mount Vernon sideline for indication.
Here's the sign. Oh, illegal substitution.
There you go. This time the Cougars the guilty party, and it'll set up what you likely would assume would be another QB sneak by Slunaker, or hand it off right to your top running back in Ryland Cole.
You're going to run right in your center.
Slunaker tried to sneak it. He stood up, tried to bounce around and spin to the goal line. Touchdown!
How about that?
Just like that, the Marauders take the turnover on downs by the Cougars. And they'll have a chance to go up 10-0 with this PAT pen by Swingle. Swingle 10 of 11 on PATs so far this year. Made that field goal try already today. Good snap. Kick is good. 10-0 Marauders over the Cougars. You're watching on Indian SRN.
Well, they had a very good drive going the last time they had the ball, did the Pioneers. But a big holding penalty inside of the red zone really hurt their momentum.
I would not be one. I would not want to be the gentleman who got that call, because in the film session, somebody's going to be called out.
Elijah Perry is under center, and he will turn and hand it to Brecken Green. They will keep it on the ground for now. That's a 4-yard run. Brecken Green, 5'8", 160-pound junior. When you look up and down the roster of both of these teams, most of the players that get the majority of the snaps are either juniors or sophomores. These are two very young teams. Plainfield has only, Mooresville has only 22 seniors, and a whole lot of juniors that play the bulk of the snaps.
Well, Plainfield only has 5 returners on this defensive side for their case. Had 11 returning starters, but only 5 on defense.
Again, the ball is handed to Brecken Green. I don't think he'll have enough. He had to get the nose of the ball to the 30, and they mark him at the 29, really to the 29 and a half. So it's going to be 3rd down and half a yard with 3:10 and counting to play in this first half.
I like it. I like it a lot. Both teams really saying, our big guys against your big guys. Who's going to stop who?
And quarterback keep. I'll tell you, one of those big guys I really like, the left tackle, number 70, Zach Richards from Mooresville. He's a guy that can move some earth. And that is a first down run. Stops the clock for the moment with 2:57 to play in the first half. Number 70, by the way, Richards, 6'3", 300 pounds. And that's their left tackle.
Well, this is kind of settled into be the fight that we thought it would be. Both teams with big victories in weeks 1 and 2, but they knew this would be all different case here.
Brecken Green trying to get around left end and cannot do so as Mason Scott, number 44, with his running mate Jacob Platt. The two linebackers quickly collapsed on the running back.
Well, I've been impressed with Mason Scott. He's all over the place as a linebacker, just a junior, but he really gets side to side incredibly fast.
Yeah, he and Platt as middle linebackers, man, they run down a lot of plays, don't they?
They do.
They are fast. Second and long. Again, Mooresville keeps it on the ground. Oh, we got a penalty flag. And this is not Green, however.
Oh, my.
This is a really good run by the backup running back, Caden Robinson, the junior. The problem is I think it's coming back. Robinson goes all the way to the 15-yard line, but a penalty flag was thrown right at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage.
And I sure hope for penalty's sake it's not the same guy who got the hold last time.
It is holding against Mooresville. So a run that would have taken them down to the 15-yard line. A 50-yard run. 50 yards is wiped off the boards because of holding.
That is huge.
It's an interesting idea.
That is interesting.
Also, talking about 7th and 8th grade, the marching band, 7th and 8th grade night for them. Just a little shout out there to the Royal Command and Guard. We have a little bit of a defense chant here. I think that's more for basketball. I mean, you know, I guess they'll take it. Oh, and they're going to go 5 more back.
Okay, let's keep moving them.
And that's going to be
another penalty.
It's going to be delay a game, they said.
I have no idea what he called. They moved him from 5 to then 15.
Our first takeaway of the game, and it's given or taken is more appropriate by Jace Vihanger, the junior with a pick.
Vihanger reads this perfectly. Absolutely. Watch the quarterback.
Now they operate under a little duress down here. Again, Marcus Rue is at quarterback now for the Fishers Tigers. Sets up inside his own 5-yard line. Hands off to the tailback, busting up the middle. Gets out close to the 10-yard line. They'll mark it down at about the 9. So that's a gain of about 5 yards on that play. It'll be second down and 5. Clock continues to run at 3:05 to go now in the first half.
First half moving rather quickly.
It is.
Of course, when you keep the ball on the ground, I mean, nothing else is going to happen but the clock move.
Scotty, you got a tailback. No indication they want to throw the football just yet. Try to pick up the first down on the ground. Scotty gets the handoff over the right side. Now cuts inside, gets across the 25. Is there a flag down out there?
Yeah,
There's one inside the 10.
You can't do if you want to pull off an upset, and unfortunate for the Royals.
And the kick there is going to be good. So that's 21-6.
If there's any bright spot, it didn't take a lot of time off. The Royals will have time to
that is true.
Go down and get it back to a one-score game, head into the half.
It was a free ball. It was so close it was hard to tell, but great replay by our crew there. Clearly behind.
Back-to-back turnovers. And he's got a wide open man down the slot. Nice catch into the territory of Plainfield goes Nick Gregory, number 22. Gregory running right down the seam.
Well, you know as a receiver, you're going to get one there because your head's turned around looking at that football into your hand. You're going to take a licking, but he still grabbed that great catch.
Perry's ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. I think it looked to me like that ball was hit by Jack Beebe and knocked to the ground.
Boy, about every time, Rob, you think one team's going to make some noise and do some damage, turnover or something major happens, and next thing you know, the other team's threatening.
And good look on a replay. That was BB who batted that ball down. So you have back-to-back turnovers here late in the first.
And boy, can that do some good stuff for your health and well-being right now.
It looks like Simmons either ran the wrong route or he stopped his route, and right there McNabb took advantage.
So it's
and company.
Yeah, you got to feel pretty good about your defense. You must have challenged those kids on the sidelines, and they have responded. You know, he talked about playing all 48 minutes and not giving up.
That's what you'd expect from the first-year coach and his young core he has from top to bottom. Joel Ratliff to punt it away.
That was blocked.
And it's caught right in midair that time by Greenfield Central.
Was that blocked? Was that the
It was partially deflected, it looked like, and Brady Durnell there to scoop it out of the air. So it'll be great field position for the Cougars just past midfield into Marauders territory, the best starting field position they've had so far tonight. With 31 seconds left in this first quarter, Marauders on top.
Into the game now as a tailback. We're at 45 seconds. They want to throw to Evans out of the backfield. He catches it out there. Swing pass. He's inside of 15. That will stop the clock. Braden Evans with a first down reception.
Well, Mooresville doing a great job, if you will. The 2-minute, actually less than 2-minute drill here, moving this football. If you're playing field, way too much yardage here. Of course, they're playing to protect the end zone here, but giving up way too much yardage.
Clock at 30 seconds now. Elijah Perry under center. Looking left. Throwing left. Catch is made by Evans. Cuts inside the 5. Tackled down at about the 3. Mason Scott with a touchdown-saving tackle. And Mooresville, with the clock stopped at 16 seconds, will take their final timeout of the first half.
Great job of running after the catch.
That catch, by the way, was enough for a first down. Because the ball
picked off, intercepted that time by Ashton Lewis. He'll cross it midfield at the 40, bounces around under tackle to the 30, and it'll set up the Marauders deep into Cougar territory. Just the 5th pass attempt by McKee this year, and it's his second pick.
Yeah, let's just watch this again. He rolled out. Too much air on the ball, Jimmy. You see the air, too much air on the ball. He tipped the drill, so he must be a basketball player, right? Tip drill, go down the field. I love how he just broke a couple tackles.
Great plays in space.
Yep.
Great play in space that time by Ashton Lewis.
Although the momentum, they fumbled it right back to Mooresville. Now Mooresville's knocking at the door here.
Funny set of plays, but sometimes that's how it rolls. Plainsfield's backs against the wall. Goal line defense.
See if they'll try to run it here with 16 seconds and no timeouts. Nope, they want to throw. Perry under duress, and he is sacked.
Good pressure.
And the clock's going to keep moving. Great play back there by Jack Beebe. With a quarterback sack, they're going to have to hurry. Play clock is at 3, and they will spike it at 2.6 seconds left. Jack Beebe got the quarterback sack, which forced some extra time to run off of the clock. Perry was able to get to the line of scrimmage and spike the ball with 2.6 seconds remaining.
Well, I thought they would pass here because you run, you may not get 2 plays off.
And certainly that's what they were looking to do, but good coverage in the secondary. BB came off of the edge and tripped him up from behind.
Well, both teams, regardless which side of the football you're rooting for here, seniors, leaders go, guys, we are 1 play away from either stopping or going ahead to a big rivalry game.
Final play of the first half. Lobbed up to the back of the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Dane Stevenson in the back corner of the end zone. His first touchdown catch of the year, and it is a big one.
Yeah, and it was pretty well played, man-to-man coverage by Plainfield. But Stevenson, take a look, Rob. He gets separation right at the last second. Look at this. Right there. Difference between catch, no catch.
So Vihager, who just a moment ago had been the hero with the interception, gets beaten to the back corner of the end zone. Stevenson the catch. And on the final play of the first half, Mooresville can take a 7-point lead into the locker room, which is exactly what they will
throw. By throw under pressure, and that one hurts because not only did you not get off the field and get a chance for the offense, but now you're continuing to let them drive down the field, possibly score a touchdown, or at least get points, make it a 3-score game, and then they also get the ball come out of half. So that one was a tough one to let up.
Hessen now going to go ahead and throw, has a receiver wide open. And he's going to make a move, good move there by Carmelo Mitchell.
Avon's showing why they're the #1 team in the state
they
right
sure are. Just efficiency so far tonight.
Yep. And they've gotten out of some really tough situations.
Yeah,
2nd and 20, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 12. They've executed when they've been
They've showed
behind
penalize
the
us all game long, and we'll still go ahead.
And timeout, Coach Morris.
Yep. Well, as they take timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sports this year. Come in and fly with them this fall. Sky Zone in Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN.
Poston.
Stopping them dead in the tracks. And bring up another 3rd down. I tell you what, Coach, we talked about it. If you're Greenfield Central and you can hold another field goal attempt here by Mount Vernon.
Yeah, you're right back. You're still in it.
And even if you take it on the other end, if you're not, from how they're scoring, from a morale standpoint, for as young as this defense is, against a team like the Marauders, very impressive. Sludiker in the gun. Quick out that time to Langston. And he'll set up 1st and goal right around the 3-yard line. Just a little juke move by DeJuan Langston. Went outside and back in with it, turned around. Pass was there on the money by Sludiker. They'll set up shop.
Greenfield putting 4 guys in the box.
They went to the run their last time this close to the goal line. Let's see if they do that again. It'll be a keeper. Sludiker met immediately and ripped down. That was number 59. Scott Stanley, the junior, meeting him right in the middle of the field.
Shot the gap there, filled the hole. Sludiker had nowhere to go.
Bring it down. Ball on the 4-yard line, loss of 1. See if they go to Cole. They've yet to utilize him in the red zone, the running back, number 25 on your screen. So as Langston on the far left corner.
A little bit of confusion here. Now they're set.
Got 5 on the play clock. Sludiker takes the snap, fakes the give, will try to keep it again. To the goal line, he's in for the touchdown.
Quarterback keeper.
Garrick Sludiker, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the ball game. And it's all Marauders here early. PAT pending. So the 2nd touchdown drive for the Marauders on a turnover. And it looks like they're going to set up to go for 2. Sludiker sends a man in motion. It's Gentry.
Sweep.
They'll give it to him. He'll cut inside. Got the 2-point try. They saw the jet sweep working for at least a gain of 2 or 3 throughout tonight, and that 2-point conversion makes
the tight end, almost like a tight end dump route, just right over the middle. Yeah. Play action, throw it right behind the linebackers after they do their read steps on a run, and good execution. I tell you what, Avon is executing on 3rd down.
Remington Gall goes in and makes it a 1st down and goal. And Hessen goes ahead and throws. And incomplete.
Pretty good coverage.
Yep, Jake Houston.
Yeah, not a bad throw either there by Hessen. Throw it to the outside where only his player can get it. And it was just a little bit too outside, and then good coverage by Houston to kind of force the incompletion.
Yeah.
But even though a field goal would put them up by 18, it'd still be huge to stop them and not allow them
to touchdown. It really would be.
It'd still be 3 scores, but
touchdown here.
Just momentum-wise and a feeling that you stopped them before the half, I think would be.
Touchdown here would be not good.
Well, because then you also have to get the ball back to them at the beginning of the half, second half. So Avon might call timeout here.
Yeah, they may.
And there they go.
Yep.
Yeah. Mark Bless was down there talking to the official for a second and then decided to call a timeout, get the right play he wants on the 2nd and goal. And a big couple plays here for both teams, especially for the Royals.
What do the Royals really need to do to go ahead and get back into this one, Tyler?
Well, I think it starts with a stop here, and then depending on how much time you have left in this first half, whether you're going to try to go down the field and get some points, or if you're just going to go into the half down 18 or 24, whatever it may be, or 22, excuse me, whatever it may be. But I think they got to stop them here, and then coming out, I think they got to continue to be aggressive. They got to score some touchdowns. They're going to have to get some turnovers, extra possessions in the second half, maybe some more onside kicks in the future. They're going to have to do something special to kind of change the momentum, change the feel of this game. Because right now, and really, they haven't been, it hasn't been horrible, I would say, for HCTV. I think they're playing better than they did last week. They're just going against up against a really good team that's executing very well on third downs, and it's costing the Royals points, and it's causing their offense to not have as many possessions as
around the IHSAA. There has been a little bit of Avon probably shouldn't be number 1, and I think they're proven tonight. Heston's going to go ahead and throw it to a
push off. Should have been incomplete. They didn't call the push off, but could have called a push off. So but people and the fans around us wanted to push off, but incomplete either way. So 3rd and goal from the 5. Big down for the Royals.
I'll tell you, if he would have caught that, that would have been one heck of a catch there.
One heck of a catch, but he also he
pushed off.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The crowd hasn't been incredibly into this game. I know Nick Hetzel earlier was trying to go ahead and try to get them back into it, but
it's tough when you're down.
Yeah,
a couple
it is.
Scores.
And they're going to go ahead. And that's a touchdown.
Yeah, they did. It was the same play.
Yeah.
Their same route, with the outside right receiver. It was a whip route, fake the inside, go out, play action. And 27-6 before this PAT with 1:11 left. If I'm HSC, I'm definitely going to be aggressive with 1:11. You got some timeouts. Try to go down, make something happen, get some points, because you don't want to head into the half 28-6 or 27-6, depending on the PAT. It's going to be tough to come back when you have to give them the ball.
If you're Coach Whites, what do you do as the kick is good? If you're Coach Whites, what do you do to go ahead and try to get the offense?
Well, it's going to be usually for under 2 minutes.
It's pretty quick right there for a kid. That's nice job.
Joey Rowland, the sophomore.
And here's the cool thing. Clock continues to run.
His best carry of the season. They'll do a quick pitch that time that's met up immediately. That was Braden Harrell on the rush. That'll knock him back a little bit.
Offensive line got a little bit blown off the line that time. Didn't seal their block. You lose 2 yards now. You're 2nd down and 12. Let's see where they go.
Now the wishbone, a tight ship. If you have any cracks that take on water, messes up the whole system. It'll be a keeper this time by McKee. He'll try to get around the edge, and he pitched it late that time to Rowland.
How about Rowland?
Rowland gets around 2 defenders on the late pitch by McKee, and he'll pick up the first down.
Boy, I tell you what, that figured even us out a little bit. Rowland pulls up in the air and went, oh, boy. Here we go. Let's look at it one more time. There's who we thought had the ball. And look at this pitch. That's beautiful.
And if you're Coach Nolding, you're very, very happy with that execution.
And they're lucky. Mount Vernon lucky there was not a penalty on that play.
Timeout taken by the Marauders. We'll take one as well here on Indiana SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured.
Well, that's fantastic.
But, that might affect how I don't know, they're walking it back.
All right, well.
I don't know what they're doing. They walked it back. Now they're walking back towards midfield.
That's happened a few times tonight.
The
refs have kind of gone back and forth on their call.
He did signal for holding against the Royals, so I'm assuming, and there they go back again.
Oh. Maybe the refs are just trying to stretch their legs out a little bit. Probably not.
Wouldn't be surprised if you saw a draw or a screen here. Try to get the drive going, get a first down. Then that's you kind of judge
Got to do
aggressive,
something to kind of change
how
the
aggressive
pace.
you're going to be afterwards. Maybe hand off to boys on a jet sweep.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Ben's going to beat one person, going to cut back, going to get a few yards there.
Okay, we'll see how quick they want to get up and get a play. They're not moving with a ton.
They're not.
Maybe a little bit.
No, they're moving with a purpose. Second and 6.
And not so much.
No, they're not. Maybe they're just.
Which is okay. I mean, being in that far back, you don't want a turnover or anything like that.
Yeah.
Disastrous play to further set you back. So.
What you definitely don't want is a pick 6. Wow, Tyler and Taylor got met there, and I think if you're you just kind of run this one out if you're Coach Morris. I mean, nope, they're going to call a time.
Avon calls a timeout. So they're going to try to force in a punt, maybe try to get a block punt or a punt return. So they're going to, I mean, unless the Roads get the first down, they're going to force
for a gain of about 4.
How about
a late flag?
How about number 75, Huffman, on Greenfield, just plowing that hole?
Braden Nelson on the carry. That late flag was thrown and landed in the back or on the line of Greenfield Central. But it was after the play. A personal foul
on Mount Vernon.
So the wind just took the flag at that time.
Wow.
Well, that'll be huge for the Greenfield Central offense. That'll let them move across midfield for the first time this evening.
Where does that goes to the 33-yard line?
Yep. Marking about the 33.
Look at the time at 7:09. That's very important possession here.
That was the one talking point that we kept hearing from the coaching staff, aside from execution and continuing to grow. It was time of possession, something that Greenfield Central has dominated to this point in time. They faked the handoff, and met by a wall that time was McKee. On the tackle that time was Caden Bensheimer amongst a trio of Marauders. Bring up 2nd and 10. They'll say no gain on the play. McKee will receive directions from the sideline for how they want to operate this particular set in the wishbone. Takes the snap. They hand it off that time to Nelson. Nelson turning the legs a little bit, trying to get a push from the pile, and play is blown dead. A little extracurriculars after the play, after the whistle, I should say.
Good old scrum right there. That's
the
nice.
pile. It's a good old-fashioned rivalry scrum.
Gotta like that.
As the lights begin to shine below on the field here at Greenfield Central High School.
You know, we started a half an hour later than everybody else. We got halftime scores. We'll get you some scores coming right up. You're listening to watching Indiana SRN.
He's the coach, Keith Myers.
That's
I'm
Jimmy Cook. Yep.
Thank you, Coach. We approach just under 6 minutes to go in this second quarter. McKee under center. Direct handoff to Nelson. Nelson churning the legs, trying to get to the marker. He's going to be close. They'll say about a yard short. It'll be a 4th down decision for the Cougars.
I think you go for it. You're in a position that it doesn't hurt you to go with this with under about 5 minutes to play in the first half. By the time you snap it, you'll be under 5.
They've yet to have Ben Polster line up for a field goal this season, and they will indeed roll the dice on 4th and 2.
Quarterback keeper here, 2 yards.
McKee, direct snap.
Nice.
On the handoff. Is it enough? Mount Vernon says no. I don't think he got there. They gave it to Nelson. Let's see. All going to depend on this spot. It'll be a turnover on down, say the officials.
Wow.
They might call for measurement. Let's see. No, it's just a simple change of the football. So the second time tonight that Greenfield has rolled the dice, tried to go for it. It'll be turnover on downs. Let's check out some scores from around the state.
Avon leads Hamilton Southeastern halftime 28-6. Covenant Addicts leads 13-0. Traders Point 36-0. Beech Grove Speedway 14-10 Beech Grove.
Slunaker fires over the middle. Caught that time by
nice move.
Langston. Able to get the extra yardage on the move.
Finish up these scores real quick. Jimmy Chittard leads Roncalli 29-7 at halftime. I know that hurts you. Southport and Columbus North 7-7. Gearing Catholic Heritage 0-0. That's incredible defensive battle. And we have a
player on the field. It's number 14, DeJuan Langston. We'll stay here. 4:36 left in this second quarter. Mount Vernon on top of Greenfield Central, 18-0.
Halftime guest tonight, Ron White, the volleyball coach at Greenfield Central, having a great year. They're 7-2. We are the home of volleyball right here on Indiana SRN. We have not one, not two, but 3 games for you next week. Jimmy and I will be working overtime, that's for sure. Some great games in tap for you this week. Check out our website at indianasrn.org. Some people that are watching us tonight, Jimmy, and it's really neat to have them on board. We want to thank the fine folks that just sponsor us and take a liking to us, like Gina Barnett, Pat Casey, Rita Parsner, and many more.
Flag will mark the possession dead.
And one more real quick. Thanks to Doug Covell and Sarah Covell, who is listening as well. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate all you tuning in, not just for the hard work we do here at Indiana SRN, but also to continue to gain exposure for the young student athletes on the field. It's a false start on the Marauders. It'll back them up. First and 15, ball on their own 34-yard line. The Marauders can air it out in their offensive attack just as well as they can run the ball. Let's see what they go with here. Slunaker, he'll fire deep downfield, has a man just over the arms of his intended receiver. That was number 16, Ashton Gentry.
I kind of like how the official let him play there. Hand was a little bit on the shoulder pad, but didn't affect it at all.
Nope.
No, I like that.
Just a clean touch-and-go play. 2 men battling for position for the football.
Now, I say that.
Second down.
I say that, and I'm not coaching. If I was coaching, I would probably want pass interference like that.
Sure, Coach Kirshner has that viewpoint.
Hey,
Dump off pass. That one scooped up by Ryland Cole.
I apologize, Mr. Heck. It's Ron Heck is the volleyball coach at Greenfield. Either way, he's having a great year.
He is.
So my apologies. Thank you for our public address announcer pointing it out to me.
Greenfield Central looking out for us on more ways than one.
Yes. Hey, we got the popcorn challenge in the fourth quarter, too.
I'm on the edge of my seat to see where the rankings stand. It'll be a 3rd and 8 after the dump-off pass to Cole. Slunaker. 7 on the play clock. Takes the snap. It's a screen that time to Cole. Cole tries to get around the edge. Extra effort will be well short of the marker. So credit to this Cougars defense. They're down 18-0, but they've continued to force 3 and outs left and right tonight. Very much keeping the ever-growing first-year Wishbone offense alive for the Cougars.
Yeah, and, because if they don't do that and they score a couple more times, the running clock comes into effect. You really don't want a game with this magnitude to do that.
This is a Mount Vernon team. It's averaging just under 45 points a game.
Yep.
They only have 18 on the board right now.
Yep. Got a timeout by the Marauders.
And we'll take one as well. Marauders 18, Cougars nothing on Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big
by Plainfield, and this time making the tackle was Jarrett Stephen, showing not only can he make good plays as a running back, but also can cover kicks.
Yeah, that was pretty good coverage by Plainfield's special teams. Field position that was so key in that first half will maybe even be bigger here in the second half.
Well, here comes the quarterback, Elijah Perry, had that touchdown throw that ended the first half. For Perry, it was his 6th touchdown toss of the year. And they'll keep it on the ground. The first play of the third quarter, Chad Platt holding on to help make the tackle as the ball is handed to Brecken Green. And the Pioneers have a good, strong run on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 1.
I really like the way the front line for the Pioneers get off the football. Such a great surge. And when you can do that, you're automatic giving your runner 3 yards. And then if he can do anything, that's a 5-yard running play.
2nd and 1. It's Green again. He'll have enough for a first down and then a little bit extra. He's still on his feet. Brecken Green is all the way out near the midfield stripe. A big-time run by Brecken Green finally got wrapped up by Jace Vehanger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white jerseys. Got at least a hand on him. He's a solid runner, but that's twice really in this game where Plainfield did not tackle real well.
So 1 minute into the third quarter, and Mooresville is off and running again. And again, they go right up the middle, handing it to Green. And again, he's got a big gainer. This time he's out to the 37-yard line of Plainfield.
Well, right now, quite honestly, look at the front line for Mooresville. They are dominating, at least here in this series, just big chunks of yard. Give that front line a lot of credit.
Finally got his leg chopped out from under him by Tyson Gibson. But another big-time run. Green will come out of the game. Caden Robinson replaces him as the tailback. And they'll give it to Robinson. And he has a good run as well. It's a gain of 8, maybe 9 yards before Mason Scott can tackle him.
Now, this is an isolation play. What's really interesting, a lot of teams will do that. They've been going power, getting off that surge at the front line. Then they kind of go to this hesitation play to force them to read a little bit. That's a unique way of calling plays, and it was successful for a couple yardages, I should say.
2nd down and 2. Again, Robinson stays in the game as the tailback. And I'll give it to him again. There he goes, first down gain. Right now, Mooresville just gashing Plainfield up front.
You know, you talk about it and you hear the coaches talk about it, winning the trenches. Well, Mooresville's front line is dominating, and I will say this once again, Plainfield has got to shore up the tackling.
Dylan Ponder, 310-pound D lineman, is just subbed in for Plainfield. They're looking for any guy up front that can slow down this running game.
Well, you hear a lot of coaches come out at halftime going, guys, let's just run it right down their throats, and that's what Mooresville's trying to do here, and so far having some success.
Handed the ball to Green. Jacob Platt was able to wrestle him to the ground at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 2. Maybe they'll give him 3 yards.
Mooresville gets this, if they're able to score, I should say. Man, they'll go up 2 scores. And once again, that really pressurizes that offensive Plainfield a little bit, but they're not in there yet. Red zone, here they are.
Again to Green. It's been all running plays here to start this second half, and I think you're right. That's exactly what Mike Gillen talked to his team about at halftime. We're going to run the football and establish the line of scrimmage in the third quarter, and they've done that.
Well, especially when you've got the 1-score lead, you don't have to be near as risky. But, man, when your front line is playing as well as this, you don't need to be risky. It's our guys against your guys, and win the battle, we win.
3rd down and 3.
And the other part of it now, Rob, is this defense for Plainfield's been on the field now for a little while here to start this second half.
Oh, they give it to Green, who stumbled coming out of the blocks, but he was able to regain his balance. He falls forward inside of the 10-yard line. It's another first down run for Mooresville, and now it's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, here's a young man that's 5'8", 160. The size, he's just dominating running. We seen one of those last week in Columbus North, just a 5'7". And I've said this, I'll say it again. Those types of players, when they run hard and they're strong, are some of the most difficult players to bring down. They just are.
Green stays in the game as the tailback. 1st and goal.
Heart and desire, baby. That's what it is right here.
Back to Green, and this time the linebacking duo of Platt and Scott wrap him up immediately. A no gain, maybe even a loss of a yard here.
Linebackers come up and make a nice play again. And you can start to see this front line for Plainfield kind of holding their hands a little bit on their waist. They've been out here a long time. They want to get off the field. Still a lot to be played here in this series.
A 4.5 minute plus drive for Mooresville to start the second half. Now they're going to pass for the first time in the second half, and it's going to be a quarterback sack. They elected to pass for the first time in the third quarter, and Jacob Platt will get credited with his first sack of the season.
Pressure comes from backside. Beebe looked like he had some pressure in there as well.
Boy, how about the Pioneers? They had kept it on the ground for every single play until that one, and the Plainfield defense was ready.
Now, if you're Plainfield, you're third. You've got to get a stop here.
3rd and goal from the 12. This was a 1st and goal from the 9. Now the ball's at the 12-yard line. Perry wants to throw. A little shovel pass underneath. It was mishandled for a moment, and that hesitation means Plainfield is going to keep him out of the end zone on that play. It was just a little bit of a hesitation on the catch by the young man who wears number 22. That is Nick Gregory, and just that little bit of a hesitation allowed the defense to catch up to him.
Not sure he would have made a touchdown. He may have, but for sure it cost him 2 to 3 yards.
And it looks like Mooresville here, looking at a 4th and goal from the 5, is going to trot on the field goal team, and they are.
Yeah, you want points here.
So Brock Bodell will attempt a 22-yard field goal, his first field goal attempt of the season, and it is good.
Coming up to 3rd and 27 to get the ball back.
If you're Mount Vernon right here, you want them to punt the ball. If you can, you would like to go out and punch this in one more time.
It's the main look for Coach Kirshner. We mentioned this is a Mount Vernon offense that is averaging just under 45 points per contest. They're below pace of that right now. So to be able to solidify your advantage further before halftime, as Coach alluded to, would be at the top of their wish list.
Real quick, Jimmy, as we have time, we want to thank both athletic directors. Great job of getting us all the literature. Once this game was announced that this was going to be a webcast game, and we introduced ourselves to them, they have been lights out from Sunday afternoon all the way through tonight. The great hospitality. The cheeseburgers were delicious. Thank you very much. And, popcorn, the Golden Colonel judge in the 4th quarter tonight. Looking forward to it, aren't you?
Do you give do they know? Do the schools know ahead of time?
Oh, they know.
They're aware?
Oh, yeah.
They're aware of what's at stake?
Oh, yeah, the Golden Corner.
Think they have posters of you in the concessions saying, we give this guy the freshest batch we have. They'll go a handoff right up the middle.
No, I will tell you this, though. Riley and I are going to be shooting a video on, I don't know where we're going to shoot it yet, but Riley's got some idea that me surrounded with a whole bunch of popcorn and eating popcorn everywhere. So, if you want to help sponsor that, let us know. And we would love to do that. Riley's pretty creative when it comes to commercial spots.
Very creative staff all around the Indian Restaurant family. Their timeout taken this time by the Marauders. They're all out of timeouts now. I'll stop the clock with 1:48 to go. It will be a 4th and 25. Ball at the 10-yard line, so not a lot of room for error on this punt. Coach, how aggressive are you feeling? You send the house to go for a block here?
I think so. You tell them not to hit the punter and try to hit everybody else. So coming up at halftime, we have, again, an interview for you. Also, the Greenfield Marching Band. We won't have any of that, but I tell you, it's going to be a great show for the people in the stands. So stick around with us. We'll update our scoreboard and tell you where we are next week as well.
Yeah, Riley and some of the other Greenfield Central people we talked about the pageantry and the showmanship on the Greenfield Central Marching Band. Look forward to checking that out. Tyler Antic receives the snap in the end zone. It's a low punt that'll take a Cougars bounce. It'll be fielded immediately that time by LaBelle. Make that Gentry, rather, on the carry, or on the return.
Xander Lowry is the one who got out of bounds and kept them from getting that first down. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Steven caught in the backfield, and he's not going to get out of the grasp.
Oh, how big is that,
Tommy
Rob?
O'Connor.
How big is that last little yard? How difficult sometimes 1 yard can be. And this is just a big-time play defensively by Mooresville.
6'3", 220-pound junior Tommy O'Connor.
O'Connor with the play of this, maybe the game with that stop here.
Plainfield's going to keep the offense on the field.
They'll try to get the free 5. No, they feel like they need the 1, and they get it!
On a direct snap, and Steven gets all the way out to the 35, and he almost broke that tackle, which might have been see you later. The touchdown-saving tackle by Stevenson.
Well, Mooresville has everybody up in the box, and all you need to do is get by that first layer, and you might be gone. Give Coach Woodard a lot of credit. He understands where this game's at and how important it would be not to give that football back to Mooresville.
So on 4th and 1, they went for it and got it.
Big plays all over the place tonight.
Play action. Here's a throw, and that ball's tipped up. And was it intercepted or not?
Baby.
Yes, they say it was intercepted. Stevenson, who had the big touchdown catch at the end of the second quarter, comes up with an INT here in the 3rd.
How often do you see the old tip drill come into play when the receiver gets it up in the air? The defense usually has secondary behind it, and this one's going to be costly to the Quakers. Not only does Mooresville get the ball robbed, they get in pretty good field position.
And it was Dane Stevenson. What a night the junior is having. He scored a touchdown on offense. Now he gets an interception on defense.
Boy, another score here by Mooresville. It may become difficult.
Crucial turnover for Plainfield. Right back to the ground game. This is Green. He is not giving up easily. He's going to have a 10-yard run on first down.
Away and do it behind the intended receiver. That time it was Silas Martin, the tight end, who was the intended.
Will, Power, anything you want to add to that, go ahead, because that's absolutely great running.
Brecken Green, the junior, 100-yard in every game so far this year.
That's impressive.
And he is running hard here in this 3rd quarter. I backfield. This time they give it to Cade Robinson. Caden had subbed into the game to give Green a break. And he has a strong 5-yard run to make it 2nd and 5. And look at the push now. Mooresville's getting such a good push up front. You can see the first contact with Robinson from a defender did not come until 5 yards down the field. As now the Mooresville offensive line looks as if it's wearing out the D-line of Plainfield. They're getting an excellent push up front. Back to Robinson. A first down run for Caden Robinson this time. Tackled finally by Mason Scott, but he's inside the 20, actually right at the 20 to be exact. 1st and 10.
Boy, if you're Mooresville, you got to smell this one. You got to see that end zone. You've been close multiple times. You've got in a couple of times, but you can really make this game difficult if you can get a score here.
Yeah, you feel like if you're Plainfield, you cannot give up a touchdown now.
No, I completely agree.
As we're almost to the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, a 3rd quarter that's been dominated by Mooresville. Again to Robinson out of the I backfield. Again running room for Robinson. He's inside of the 10, down to the 5, and is finally stopped there. There is a penalty flag, however, thrown in the backfield of the Pioneers.
I think I may have seen one of the halfbacks moving. Let's see what the call is.
Day and age in the game, I think it's a little more complex on the trainer than that back to when you were playing.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't be like, I'm fine,
Yeah.
but you're right.
The trainer just wipe off the dirt and send you
Exactly,
out.
exactly. Quickie will be under center. Quick toss that time to Harrell.
Wait a minute. You telling me I'm old?
Make that Johnson. I didn't say that.
And West Lafayette 28-0, leading Hamilton Heights up in West Lafayette. Interesting score at Heritage Christian. Guerin 15, it looks like.
Or so here.
Heritage Christian 5.
Draw play.
And Carmel Center Grove. Carmel
tried to hand the ball, did actually hand the ball to Robinson, but he was quickly wrapped up Well, maybe that penalty is what Plainfield needs to just give them a little bit of juice now on defense. Platt with the tackle.
Well, once again, Plainsville's defense has been on this field the majority of this third period.
7 Pike. Actually, I'm sorry, Ben Davis.
Time of possession, third quarter dominated by Mooresville. We're under 90 seconds, now under 80 seconds to play in this third quarter. Perry is lined up in the shotgun. He wants to pass. All kinds of time. Delivers, and that ball was almost intercepted. Thrown into dangerous territory. Mason Scott tipped it, but it is incomplete. It'll make it 3rd and long.
Well, Plainfield's in zone coverage here. I'm not sure this is a good throw at all. You're right. Couple times there, that one could have, should have, maybe intercepted. Pretty well covered there that time by the secondary of Plainfield.
1:08 to play here in the third. 17-7, Mooresville leading. But remember, just a moment ago, they thought they were going to have 1st and goal from the 5. But a holding penalty has them now looking at 3rd and 23.
Now this becomes
and it's 3rd down and 9.
Unbelievably big play if Plainfield can hold them here.
They're going to throw out to the flank. It was not caught cleanly. Kyler Evans tried to pick it up off the top of the.
Yeah, 2nd and 11.
Passionate.
3rd down situation.
Passion.
You can't deny the guy's heart.
No.
Hessing going to go ahead and take the snap. Going to throw it in a screen pass. Beautiful screen there.
To go.
Although it isn't going to get anything. Good pass. Blown up there by, that looks like Jake Houston.
We've got a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, 2 good defensive plays to start the half. A run for no gain, and then a screen, a wide receiver screen for no gain. So 3rd and 10. Anthony Calhoun has arrived in front of the HSC student section.
I was trying to find him during halftime.
From Wish TV. I watch him every Sunday for countdown to kickoff for Colts games.
I was trying to find him during halftime. Couldn't find him. That makes sense. He wasn't here yet.
Yeah, so big 3rd down for the Royals.
Yep.
Once again, standing in his own end zone, about 3 or 4 yards.
And
deep.
wow, what a catch!
Just about the goal line.
And it's another big 3rd down play that they've just continued to execute on.
Seems like 3rd down's almost been their season.
And fumbled and picked up by Noblesville just at the 50-yard line.
Yeah. I will say they have added that junior high section down at the south end zone. They are rocking right now. They are.
Watch the Bearcats signal at the 45. It's in and out of the hands and picked up and knocked down right at midfield.
A gain of 3.
Yes,
so
Krishawn McCray there on the.
We'll say, they've had, Orioles have had a couple really good running plays where they blocked really well, but they haven't really gotten. They really haven't been running all over. So I think the D line's holding up pretty good, pretty well against a pretty good offensive line.
Oh wow!
Got to make that tackle.
Yeah, that was Chris Stein.
Yeah, he just overran it. It was a bad angle.
I will say, ever since he has dropped the ball on that one play, literally Remington Gall has made up for it tenfold so far tonight, and has had quite a few very good plays.
Yeah,
including a touchdown. And now they're going to hand it off to him.
There you go.
And it's not going to get a ton of yards, as there are quite a few Royals down there. Nate Haas, one of the ones trying to get in there, kind of had him from behind. I will say one defensive lineman that we have not called the name, and kind of because he is going up against big number 54 Blake Fisher. That's JT Munchner so far tonight, but he's had a big task on his hands tonight.
And he's been in there a few times, and he's helped get penetration. He's having I think still a good game. He's just not showing up as much on the stat sheet.
Well, there's Evan Lanson. That's going to be a sack.
Yeah, him and
Chris Stein.
Chris Stein, pressure off the edge, forced Hessen to kind of roll to his right, and then Evan Lance was also right there. And
3rd and a long.
Yeah, instead of taking the hit, he just slides down. But this has been the money play for the Orioles. Like, this is where they've been living, 3rd and long. And
I almost don't want to say it, but I feel like they're going to get the first down here.
Maybe if you use reverse psychology, you're jinxing them.
They're going to get the first down
here.
We're going to see.
Jinxing them in the bad way. Announcer jinx
is a thing. And I will say this is a good time for Anthony Calhoun to show up because we do need to get the crowd in to the game, and that's what's happened with Anthony Calhoun here. And the drop back. Oh, he's going to get a lot of pressure.
Holding. Oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah. Wow.
Didn't call
He
it.
gets drilled,
Yeah.
and
Nate
that's
Haas
incomplete.
Nate Haas was held beyond belief, but
Wow.
didn't call it.
Wow, he almost threw the lineman into Henry Hessen there.
Yeah, I mean, he just the running back just hugged him.
Yeah,
so
that's
no call. It's all right. It's still a fourth down. Hopefully not. Hopefully they don't give up a fake.
That play was sniffed out quickly by Braden Evans. So Stephen changed directions and picks up a first down.
It's still anybody's ball game, but it certainly will help Plainfield's cause, Rob, if they can get some points out of this possession.
Off the deck.
Now they bring Vanderbush back into the game, the quarterback, after the direct snap a moment ago.
3 minutes and 6 seconds remain here in the third period.
Vanderbush did not start the game at quarterback, came in about midway through the first quarter, and he has been the QB ever since. Just a sophomore. And this is quarterback draw. Vanderbush keeping, has running room. He has a first down run. He's into Mooresville territory, down to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure how you can be sneaky when you're 6'5", but he kind of runs like a sneaky runner, just follows his blocks, reads it well. That's really a nice job.
Boy, they had a couple pancake blocks up front, too, by the offensive line. Well done by the Quakers O-line.
Certainly the talk about him was his arm, but his running's been pretty good as well today.
Vanderbush on a read option, hands it this time to Ricky Alsum, who jumps over the 40-yard line and gets toppled at the 39. Second down coming here for the Quakers.
Big down for Plainfield. Second and long.
One minute gone by here in the fourth.
Oh, big mistake.
Yeah, I think one of the wideouts at the top of the screen left early.
Slot
and
was
that's
offsides.
Yep.
That's the last thing you need if you're Plainfield when you're behind, is to add insult to injury with penalties.
So instead of 2nd and 8, it'll be 2nd and 13.
Changes the dynamic now of maybe the play call.
Now stay with the same formation. Fake to Alsum. Throw and catch. That was a catch, but it's a very short gain. Maybe 3 yards on the reception to Colin Anderson, a sophomore wideout wearing number 30.
Well, look at the Mooresville linebackers, Rob. They're playing 5-6 yard deep. They know he's got to throw. Secondary's back way, and the front line knows now, especially on third down, that this is a passing down, so they're going to take a little weight off their hands, really come after the QB.
3rd and 10. Vanderbush trying to set up the throw, but he's under duress and he'll be sacked. He will be sacked in the backfield. He was trying to get his feet set, but he couldn't do it because a man chasing him down, Justin Gifford, number 84, gets a QB sack.
Well, it's tough because everybody in the stadium, including the 22 players out there on the field, knew he had to pass, so everybody's coming after him. The secondary's deep. The linebackers are in 10-yard coverage. Just nowhere to throw the football.
6'6", 230-pound D lineman Gifford with a QB sack. That is a huge play from the Mooresville defense. They forced the punt.
Something like
It's got to stay around this down a distance.
Yeah. 3rd and 4 on the 44. They've sent boys in motion almost every play on this drive. They're going to throw it again and
incomplete.
Yeah. That was just good coverage.
Yeah, it was good coverage and a low throw.
They double-teamed DeAndre there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as they should. DeAndre's been the main target.
They had Riley Browder as one of them and Joseph Sargent as the other.
And they are going to punt it.
They are.
All right.
What do you think?
Well, you know, that's all right. You know, it's on this side of the field, so I get the
terrific battle between the Fisher Tigers and Brownsburg on the 20th of September, and that will be a game at Brownsburg. So for the folks out in Brownsburg. They'll be getting fired up over that scenario. The top teams in the state, Warren Central, ranked number 1 of the football coaches. They are playing at home tonight against North Central, and that could also. Do we have a score on that one, Craig? I don't remember if we got one on that one or not.
No, Perry's been trying to track that one down all evening. I haven't seen a score yet from that one.
That could be a pretty good football game because North Central's got to be smarting still from that first opening loss of the season. Here is the pass at about the 40-yard line, incomplete. So we may see the first or the second punt of the game for Fishers.
Yeah, and that's
we will.
3 straight incompletions by Marcus Rue, and actually 4 of his last.
You lose that second layer, and if there's a pass, so they don't want to over blitz, but they cannot continue to allow Mooresville just to eat yardage here.
8 minutes, 20 seconds and counting. Mooresville leading 17-7. And a penalty flag thrown.
Oh, that's got to drive you crazy if you're Mooresville.
And this will be a 5-yard walk-off against Mooresville. Quite frankly, the only thing Mooresville's done wrong offensively in the second half is the penalties.
Yeah, good point. No doubt about it.
Whenever they've been clean, they've had big plays.
And against some ball clubs, that could really haunt you bad. I mean, it's not that it hadn't here, but other ball clubs, you know, as you get towards the tournament and those types of things, those penalties really haunt you.
Well, the only benefit here to Mooresville, they get a new play clock. And as it runs down, so does the game clock. So now we're under 8 minutes.
Been a fun game.
Out here for Evans. Nice catch as the ball was thrown slightly behind him, but he gets out to the 45-yard line. He's been busy tonight, has Braden Evans. He's been targeted a lot.
This is a tougher catch. He makes this look easy. He has to do a 360, Rob. Grabs it and still look at the yardage he gets. Oh, that's a great individual effort.
And he got a great downfield block from Dane Stevenson that helped open up the running lane for Evans.
Little small things sometimes you don't see, but big time play there.
Now 2nd down and 7. Perry will take the snap. He will hand to Caden Robinson.
Well, the problem continues to be he's getting 3 yards before anybody touches him. Wants to take a look at the replay. See, nobody touches him until right here.
Almost 5
yards. Yeah, clearly almost 5 yards that time. That is domination by that offensive front line.
And now it's 3rd and 2 after that run by Robinson. What a nice change of pace to have when you take Green out of the game and you can put Robinson in as your tailback. Both are juniors and both are talented running backs. Quarterback keep for Perry. Oh, he'll be close. I think they're going to give him first down progress to the marker, but it's going to be very, very, very close. A good job of running in there by Ethan Monday, number 12, to quickly wrap up the quarterback, and they're going to say no. He did not make it. They're not even going to measure. It is 4th down and less than a yard here from Mooresville.
Well, quite honestly, if Plainsfield's got any shot getting back in this thing, they got to get a stop here, Rob. Plain and simple. 6 minutes running clock here. They cannot afford a first down.
Might the quarterback sneak it again? Nope. They'll give it to Robinson, and he's got the first down and then some. He's deep into the secondary and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Caden Robinson with a huge run on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I think Robinson, what a great cut. Did you see that? That was a little dime play over the right guard. Nothing there. He shifts outside, and not only does he get the first down, man, big-time yardage, and, man, that's a backbreaker.
And what about that block by Nick Gregory, his fullback, the H-back on that particular play to open up the running lane. This is a good blocking team in Mooresville. Robinson again carrying. Gets down around the 10, still moving. He's inside of the 10. One thing I've noticed tonight, downfield blocking by the receivers and the running backs by Mooresville is really, really good. And quite frankly, by the offensive line, too. How about that block downfield there? A moment ago, we saw from number 71, Alstott Vandevender making a block down the field.
Rob, to your point, championship teams do those types of things. All pieces of their game, all the details are what makes championship teams. They just do.
Mooresville can put the icing on the cake if they can find a way to score now. Tackle made by Monday, who's been busy defensively here in the second half. Platt gets up off the bottom of the pile as well. But again, it's a tired-looking Plainfield defense. They've been on the field most of the second half.
Yes, sir, they have. Quick update score for you, Westfield 38, Zionsville 14.
We are under 5 minutes to go in the game. Second and goal from the 7 from Mooresville. Robinson met right in the hole. Falls forward to about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. Aggressive defense by Plainfield on a strong tackle, but still moving forward was Robinson.
Well, more importantly, just continue to eat the clock.
Now you're under 4.5 to play. Yeah, at this point now, you're thinking turnover if you're Plainfield, if you want to have a chance. Because you're trailing 17-7. The game clock is under 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Full house, power eye backfield here for Mooresville. They give it to the deep man Green, and he scores. Touchdown, Mooresville. Compliments of Brecken Green.
Well, and compliments of that front line. For me, these running backs did their job, but this front line has clearly dominated in this rushing game for Mooresville.
For Green, his second rushing touchdown of the game, his 5th touchdown of the season on the ground, and now it's 23-7. The Pioneers have extended their lead with just over 4 minutes remaining in this ball game. Extra point by Bodell is up, and it is good.
85.
Yeah, he's played well, but like I said, I was just broken.
Yeah, he's taken advantage of opportunity, and it's worked. But
either Jake Houston
is New Prairie, and they are home against Andrean. The top-ranked team in Class 3A, Indianapolis Bishop Chatard, is hosting Ron Colley tonight. Cecina's number 1 in Class 2A. They are also home tonight against Cascade. And the number 1 team in Class 1A, South Adams, in the football coaches poll is at Bluffton tonight. The IHSAA 6A top 10. Avon is at Hamilton Southeastern. Avon number 2. Brownsburg, we talked about them. Number 4 in the state. They're home against Franklin Central. And the number 5 team is Fort Wayne Snyder. They're at Fort Wayne Concordia. Crosstown matchup tonight. 3rd down 11. Once again, they got Barrett running as a passer on this play.
Not a bad left-handed arm there, southpaw.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's 4th down again.
Had a milestone in Indiana high school football tonight, Jerry. Charlie Spiegel from New Palestine.
Did he get it?
Yep. Crossed Sammy Morelos' 8,110-yard plateau to be the all-time career rushing leader in Indiana high school football history.
If he only needed like 11 yards, he probably got those in warm-up. 4th quarter, 11-15. Here's the snap. They got a pressure on him that time, but Addison got it away.
Oh, that ball is...
And it's going to be down. Maybe. Did it get into the end zone? Let's see. The officials coming in to spot it down
at
the 1-yard line.
Touchdown.
And it may be.
My gosh.
It's going to be a touchdown for Noblesville. Here it is again. It's muffed again. The second time they have muffed a punt. This one goes down inside the 1 and rolls into the end zone, and I don't know if we can figure out who got that or not. But it's a touchdown for the Millers.
'23, Zach Blevins on the recovery. Wow, what a sequence there. First, Noblesville punts, recovers the fumble. They do it again this time.
And the point after is
6-yard gain. Moyer's 74% passing on the season coming in. He's been very accurate. And he's in some trouble, and he'll be sacked.
Yeah, just nowhere to go.
Dominic Oldham, number 9, got him.
This is when it becomes tough because Mooresville's in their dime or nickel package, whichever you want to call it. Everybody's in pass. Linebackers deep, so not a lot deep. Only thing's really open is underneath, Rob.
And now it's 3rd down and 8 after the 4-yard loss. Moyers wants to throw, and he steps through one would-be sack. Now he's rolling to his right. He will tuck it, and he will not get enough for a first down. How he avoided that first sack is pretty amazing. He stayed on his feet, but out of bounds, and now you're looking at 4th and 8, and there's really no choice at this point. Down 24-7, Plainfield's just going to punt it away. So what Plainfield was hoping against was a 3-and-out, and that's exactly what happened for them. Unfortunately, Harris Nichols to do the punting. And this ball is going to bounce the wrong direction and then finally be down to the 40-yard line. And now all Mooresville has to do is take care of the football, and they're going to win this game.
Plainfield will be back home next week, taking on, at least coming into the night, 0-2 Perry Meridian. And
Feed the beast here, that is DeAndre Rhodes, for kind of the rest of the game.
He's
see if
open.
you can get him open. Maybe try that post again. See what happens.
Depends on the coverage
now
they're
it's
playing.
Comeback route.
Oh. That was a tough.
Man, Tyler Anderson
he jumped up for it and then hit the defender just came and hit him right
at
the
legs,
knees. Yeah. DeAndre had a few words for him.
Yeah, and Tyler had a few words back. As the defense actually starts to stand up and get ready here on the sideline.
Yeah, and the punt team.
Yep. Boys are going to go in motion. It's going to be a handoff here to Nijay. Nijay is going to get about 5, but still going to be 4th and 5. Would you punt it here or would you go for it?
You got nothing to lose at this point. I would go
that
for
is
it.
That is very true, Tyler.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they punted it either.
Now, I know this may sound a little strange.
They're going to try to draw him off sides, I'm pretty sure.
This may be a little strange, but do you maybe play some of your different players in here, some of your maybe sub-package sort of things to try to get maybe a change of pace just to give them a little bit of playing time? Or
I don't know. Here comes a play action to the right.
Yeah, it is. They're going to try the pull. Oh, wow.
Good catch by
what
DeAndre
a catch.
Rhodes.
DeAndre Rhodes.
Yeah, that was another one of their plays where they bring Nate Wolf, the H-back, across the line of scrimmage, try to get him out in the flat. But, yeah, here's another look at DeAndre Rhodes' catch. A really good play, but as you see it, Boysen goes in motion, and then Wolf comes across the line of scrimmage. He wasn't open, and then DeAndre just a great comeback.
That's a highlight play right there.
Good catch by DeAndre, getting his feet in.
We're going to get back to live here with Andrew Hobson. Oh, he got a guy to jump, but not quite off sides. Max Fowler there on the sideline got a little bit excited. Thought he jumped him off sides. And there's Nijay Wilson and met by, wow, he got rocked there by a lineman for Avon there. The defensive line for Avon's played really well tonight. I will say that about Avon. Their defensive line has gotten pressure when needed, and they've been really strong in the running game. Hobson's going to go ahead and throw it. Caught Ben Boysen. He's going to get a first down. Hey, it may be a little bit too little too late, but good drive here.
Yeah, they're making a good drive, good catch, and good route by Ben Boysen. Coming down to 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Here we go. Boysen going to go ahead and here we go. Hobson going to go ahead and drop back. Good throw, and Tony Myers, touchdown, Royals.
Good for Tony Myers. Yeah. He used to be a running back, and he has transitioned to wide receiver over the last couple weeks, ran a post route. Good for Tony Myers. And
let's get a second look at that, Tyler. What do you see?
Yeah, motion across Boysen. And then as they throw the ball, just a post route, just got right past the cornerback and right in between the safety. Good throw by Hobson.
Hey, Tyler.
Good route by Tony, and touchdown for the Royals. And looks like we got a guy down for
I was going to say,
Avon.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is an Avon player down. Well, it looks like they're still going to get ready, but they can't do that with the player.
They're not going to. Yeah, they're going to wait. But yeah, nothing wrong with getting ready for the PAT.
Yeah. All right, so they're not going to go for the PAT here quite yet, as we have the injury timeout. So we will go ahead and be back with you after the injury timeout here on Southeastern Sports Network.
They told me that if you want to go to a New Pal game, you sit on the visitor side because there is no room on the home side. They all get there so early because they own those seats that they literally are now filling up the visitor sides on home ball games.
Wow. Well, it's must-see football. If you live in the New Pal area, they are that dominant, and they're that much fun to watch, quite frankly. Victory formation for Mooresville. The Pioneers are going to move to 3-0 on the season, and Plainfield's going to suffer their first loss of the year. They will fall to 2-1. Entertaining tonight at Mooresville, we thought it would be. The Mooresville Pioneers are going to beat the Plainfield Quakers. 24-7 will be our final. Our executive producer tonight, Heath Shanahan. Our technical director, Rick Vanderweilen. For my broadcast partner, Jan Bozier, I'm Rob Blackman. Hoping you'll join us next Friday night at Avon. We have a good one lined up in 6A football and another backyard brawl. I was talking about Highway 267 earlier tonight. We're going to stay on Highway.
Third and 1.
Big third down for both sides of the football. Oh, my.
That last little move might have got the first down, but I'm not sure. The ball carrier was Sean Kim. He was hit, and I mean he was hit hard, and he was caught behind the line, but the last little lurch might have got it to him.
They may have to measure this. They're calling it the 43, but if I'm an official, I would measure.
I'm looking at the hash marks, and boy, it is close.
And that's one thing we really don't see a whole lot of anymore is measuring for a close first down.
You're right. In fact, this is the first time of the game.
Yeah.
It's a little bit irrelevant because if it isn't the first down, they're going to go for it. And look how close this is. Inches. Now, if you got any faith at all in your running backs, Scully or Kim or Benbow, why, you probably got to go for it on first down just to keep the clock running, if nothing else. It's at 8:10 right now. And they will.
You wonder if at first, with plenty of time on the play clock, if Rue's going to try and get him to jump offside.
So Kim is the tailback. He's set up about 5 yards behind center. Could be a quarterback sneak here with Rue also, and it is. And he gets an easy first down.
3 carries for 3 yards, and they've all mattered.
It's been a strange second half for Fishers. As I look down at my notes here, this is the third time they've had the football, and they've had to punt the previous 2 times. Somehow that doesn't correlate to the score 28-7 on the scoreboard.
No. It's almost like there was very little offense in the third quarter. And we saw
there really wasn't. You're right, because in effect, Noblesville had to punt the football 4 times in the third quarter, so they did nothing. So we had 6 punts basically in the third quarter.
And 2 of those, quote, Noblesville punts, they got the ball back.
Yep. Really strange. Handoff going nowhere up to the line of scrimmage. 37, Brandon Benbow, the fullback. So it'll be second down, and I think they may have stuffed him a little bit. Now they're going to give him about half a yard. So it'll be.
Are they tired? Are they ready to go? Do they have their second win? If you're Mount Vernon, do you go for the touchdown right away?
Lineker.
Reverse.
They give it around to Gentry. Gentry's got some daylight. He'll cross it back outside to about the 30, cross the 30 to the 27-yard line. So they catch Greenfield Central off guard, and they'll set up shop right around the 27-yard line.
misdirection as you watch the replay here real quick, just a misdirection and just beat the guy to the spot. And then you just run to the daylight. Goes all the way down to about the 28-yard line. Nice play.
Mark it at the 28 officially for 1st and 10. Deep into the Cougars' territory. They fake the give. It's a keeper this time.
Oh,
by
nice
Slunaker,
block.
and he's got a window all the way to the 5 before he's finally brought down by Chris O'Connor,
Tell you what,
6'3 senior.
You know who made that play? Number 35 for Mount Vernon. Lewis, once again, did a nice job sealing the block. 1st and 10. And, you know, if you're Mount Vernon, this is exactly what you want to draw up. Let's put them on their back so quick here.
Be 1st and goal, ball on the 6. They hand it off right to LaBelle, who's into the end zone. He lose the ball late. Let's see. No, official says touchdown.
Got a late flag coming in.
It is in the area of the
dreaded
Marauders'
hole.
backfield, and indeed, it'll be a dodged bullet there by Greenfield Central.
Time for our Aspen Creek Grill trivia question. We'll have that for you in just a second. As you'll back up 10 yards here.
It'll be 1st and...
Got a wide open receiver and overthrew him by about 1.5 yards. DeSabatine was the tight end in that area, and he was wide open, and the pass by Rowe was nowhere near the receiver.
Well, they do have.
Slunaker sends a man in motion.
Oh, nice
to
block.
LaBelle.
Nice
One
job.
stiff arm and staying on his feet, turning the legs. Down at about the 10s. He'll gain right around 5 back there. Make it about 2nd and...
What do we got, 9?
Right around 2nd and 9, I'd say.
Aspen Creek Grill is the unofficial home of the Indianapolis Colts, as they'll have all kinds of football on their TV screens this Sunday. Go check them out, Aspen Creek Grill.
Slunaker received some adjustments from Coach Kirshner. One man in the backfield with him, it's LaBelle. They'll give to him. Keegan, extra effort,
3.
Shoved a defender down, try to get to the goal line. He'll be just short, maybe about the 2.
You like the 2nd and 3rd effort there, don't you?
The sophomore churning the legs, using the stiff arm, and brings this a manageable 3rd and goal to go. Put it about the 1-yard line. Will they give to him again? Or will Slunaker try to fake it? He will try to fake it, and met immediately by the Cougars defense. He'll be short.
So what do you go here? 4th down and 1. This could be a good defensive stand here for Greenville.
If you're Mount Vernon, no doubt you roll the dice here. How you've handled the Cougars' wishbone attack. Worst case scenario, you're seeing the wishbone run 99 yards away. They will indeed roll it.
Quick third quarter, Jimmy. We're already at the 8-minute mark.
Last time Slunaker went with a quick pass when they were this close to try to catch the defense napping. Greenfield did not like what they...
Phillips is 4 for 6 in the PAT department, and likewise 4 for 6 in field goals. This will be a 37-yarder. Second 36-yarder.
Wide left.
So no good there.
Pushing. Hobson going to go ahead and hand it off there to Nigel Wilson. Nigel Wilson going to get about 5 there on the play.
Oh, malfunction by the PA system.
Yeah.
That was about a gain of 3, though.
Looks like there's a little bit of an echo in the PA system right now. But here we go. Andrew Hobson back under center.
That's pistol.
Yeah, it is.
Pistol formation.
He's got Nate Wolf right behind the left tackle there. Boysen fakes it to him, and that's going to be a good run for Nigel Wilson, about 4 or 5 there. Hey.
Left, and Concord leads Northwood 17-14, 50 yards. I mean,
that's a ton. Here's a little mishap in the backfield, but picked up and going to turn nothing into something. It's going to be a horse collar tackle. It's going to add 15 yards onto the end of this play.
So looks like he got to the 32, and ouch, yeah, he just got
Jeffrey Brown, the tackler that time for Fishers.
Clotheslined, and This looked like such a miscue, and he made it good. Ooh.
It is interesting how often that happens, Craig. When a play blows up like that, the timing goes haywire for everybody, and it turns into something positive. This time, you add 15 more to that positive, take the ball out to the 46-yard line. So Noblesville with a little bit of spark, 4:05 to go in the fourth quarter. They're down 28-7, have not led on this football game. Looking to take that 0-2 record and do something with it. Once again, Jaden Barrett.
Oh, my.
Barrett gets free, turns the corner at the midfield stripe, gets under the 45. It's going to be very close to a first down.
Jeez. He just picked up 9 when he could have been sacked back about the 44. Just how Justin Roden drew that up.
And just a great catch on top of it. And Royals will take it, moving the ball, 8:54. Need to score quickly here.
You know what that reminded me of, Tyler? That play he had last year in the Mudsock game. Maybe not as good, but when he made that catch over there that got on SportsCenter Top 10.
Well, that one was one-handed behind the back. But yeah, I mean, both were good catches.
Yeah.
That one wasn't nearly as.
And thrown to DeAndre Rhodes, and that's a Royals touchdown. Hey, Tyler, they may be back in this thing.
It's a two-score game now. If we make the extra point, it'll be down to 15. It's already 2 scores, but maybe an onside kick coming. But the defense is going to have to get some stops. You still have all 3 timeouts, so 8:43, plenty of time. But here is the replay, DeAndre Rhodes, and he just runs a quick slant.
Yeah,
touchdown, Royals. Great throw by Hobson, and good catch by DeAndre. And
that is just how you draw it up. Yeah, it looks like they were thinking about going for it there for a second, going for 2, but.
No, eventually you're going to have to go for 2, but get the 1 here. That way you only have to go for 2 once. Of course, that is if Girolis makes the PAT.
Hopefully he does here. They need to get the play off, and they are, and that is right down the middle. It is 35.
You're down 28-7. You go ahead and run the football. On a 4th down and 1. It's interesting to me, Craig, how they're using Barrett at that. I call it a wildcat, but maybe he is going to.
Oh, wow.
They're going to keep it, go right up the middle. And he'll get the first down. Second first down of the drive.
Yeah, it's interesting how they're using Barrett. Obviously not going to rely on his arm because he's got such speedy feet. And he's turned a couple of plays that were nothing into something pretty good.
I agree.
And if need be, he can throw the ball, and it may throw the defense off because he isn't a left-hander.
Well, we're going to see our second measurement. We just talked about the fact we had not seen any or many, and we're going to see our second one here in the last few minutes. This will be close. I thought he had it.
It seemed like he did. Oh, looks like
Oh, boy.
Turns the ball over, so didn't quite get the yard.
Keeper.
A keeper that time around the edge. That was the freshman, number 18, Brody Mayberry, running the wishbone there. We don't see, at least scanning the sidelines, McKee anywhere that would indicate injuries. Right in front of us, actually, with his helmet off. Maybe it is still.
Well, that's the second time he got hit in the head with the helmet. So, you just want to be
Got to be
safe
cautious.
here. Yes.
Exactly. So let the freshman run the wishbone. Direct handoff that time to Nelson.
You know, one of the things Coach said, and it just dawned on me, he doesn't have an 18-year-old kid on the field except one for Greenfield Central. All these kids are under the age of 17.
Is shocking, by the way.
My goodness, I mean, this is almost a JV team playing.
We both did a double take when he mentioned that. Yeah, only one guy over 8. He just turned 18 last week or 2 weeks ago, he mentioned. So
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it speaks to the opportunity on hand for Coach Knowlton. He preached to us trying to get the wishbone in from the ground up as a direct handoff. We'll get close to the first down marker, likely Nelson on the carry there. But it gives you an opportunity not only from the ground up in the younger ranks all the way into junior high, and you mentioned as far down as second and third grade, but with how young the men in the building are right now, you get a chance to see this growth this year, a whole nother off season after this, and come back with some upperclassmen that can carry the workload for the Cougars.
Now we're inside a minute. And they'll have to run one more play. Final play of the football game coming up. Smack down inside the 40 at about 36-37. And that for all.
It's against the offense.
Yeah, it's declined. It's lineman downfield. It was a screenplay. The linemen are 10 yards downfield.
54 was.
And great job. I don't know who it was, but they knocked down the running back, and they didn't allow him to get the screen going. So
that may have been Che there.
Yeah.
On that
so
one.
It's declined. Stops the clock. 7:53.
That's big.
The momentum is on the Royal side.
Man, what a comeback it would be if they were to go ahead and come back from this one, Tyler. I'll give them that.
No, we're a long way away.
Yeah, they are. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying they're going to come back, but I'm just saying.
It is fourth down. Let's see how the punt last time was not very good, so it'll be interesting.
Look out for the fake punt.
I would
highly doubt it,
Yeah,
but
I don't think they'll do
they're
that.
super aggressive. Wow, Coach Morris is you're telling Chris Stein to get to the other side now. And
That
that's
was
actually a pretty good punt.
Pretty good
And
punt.
fair caught by John McCall.
Oh, not bad field position right at the 35.
No, yeah.
Royal's got to score quick, though. Keep looking for DeAndre. Keep looking for Boysen.
Let's see what happens.
And hopefully the line can give him some protection. But we get a touchdown here, it'll be a gain.
Yeah.
Heritage Christian 23-5. Addicts leads Covenant Christian 13-7. Traders Point just beat Shortridge 57-6, and we'll finish it up in just a second.
Mayberry. Direct handoff.
Look
Once
at that
again,
pop.
the line trying to push the fullback in Nelson forward. Gain about 4 with the extra bodies pushing the load.
Love the scrum. Beech Grove leads Speedway at the end of 3, 14-10. Roncalli, Chittard. Chittard wins 39-7. And Southport, Columbus North might be going to overtime. It is still 7-7. And we just found out Delta and Shelbyville is 83-0.
You got to go ahead and do something here. Hobson here with Nigel Wilson in the backfield. They're in the pistol. Now Hobson's going to go ahead and roll out to the right.
Roll
wow.
right into a blitz.
Yep, that's what they couldn't have had happen.
Yeah, they blitzed off the edge, and they rolled right into the blitz, which is never a good thing. And it's going to force a third and about 16.
Yeah.
So not what they're looking for, but hey, probably got 2 downs to pick up. Oh, third 19. Okay. Third 19. And so really you probably have 2 downs to get 19 yards, so if there's any advantage to that. Unless they try to punt it, but I don't know if I would do that with only 6 minutes left.
It's very risky. Hobson
throws it deep.
Throws
He's
it
got
deep.
DeAndre.
He's got DeAndre.
Should be.
Oh!
How's that not? Oh,
yeah,
man.
I don't know about that one.
I almost caught it by DeAndre, but I'm wondering why it's not interference.
Yeah.
That defensive back never turned his head, and he was right in the path of DeAndre coming back to the ball.
That was kind of blatant pass interference there from my point of view.
But fourth down, this one you probably got to punt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
if they would have picked up some yards and got close, then you think about it. But this one you got to punt. Use your timeouts. You always got the onside kick, possibly later, if you need it, or if you get the opportunity to do it. But that's tough because that takes the momentum that you had.
And it's pretty average punt there from John McCall. Not bad.
Not terrible, especially since he's your
backup.
That's
true.
Back up to the backup punter, really.
Yeah, because Clayton Toner not playing tonight.
Yeah, well, it was DeRolla, so I think he actually technically is McCall's now second string punter. Toner's is the one, but Toner is playing tonight. He is dressed, but he has a wrap around his leg that he cannot punt
I think
with.
he's out there right now.
Yeah, he's playing, but he just can't. He's got a wrap on his leg that he can't play with, or he can't punt with. Excuse me.
Man, the way the defense has played so far in this fourth quarter, I mean, you could get the ball back here. I mean, you're going to get the ball back,
but it depends how much time's left.
Play clock running down. Going ahead to hand off Jalen Love, and met by all the Royals, all the front eight there. Evan Lance, Seth Morelli, and Nate Haas.
Nate Haas is in there as well. Yeah.
These guys really, the front eight tonight have been really solid overall.
I would say for the most part. I mean, they have let up.
Yeah, that's true, but
almost jumped. 35-10 now, going down to 5 minutes and 50 seconds, so the clock is starting to definitely become a factor.
Yeah, it is. And Christian McCray met there.
Coach Morris is using one of his timeouts right now, so that's an interesting timeout.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Maybe a little bit early, but that's all right. 5:37. Stop the clock. He knows he's got to get a stop here. Gets a stop. You're going to have right around 5 minutes to get 2 scores, which is time.
It's doable.
Plenty of time. So,
player is assisted off. It'll be 1st and 10. They did move the chains. A quick pitch that time around the edge.
Stay in bounds. Good job.
Gain of about 5 that time on the carry by Brady Durnell.
You know what this does? It builds your freshman quarterback. It gives him a little bit of, hey, I can run this offense.
And we talked about it from the ground up of establishing it in your underclassmen and lower than that even into the grade school ranks. But you look at a situation where for Mayberry, he's 2 years away from potentially taking the keys. Depending on McKee's status, maybe he's getting some minutes this season. Great coaching opportunity for him.
And, you know, Mayberry's 5'11", 175. He's a big kid.
Mayberry.
Nice. How about that?
Picks up close to the marker. Give him a pickup of about 4.
I tell you what, Jimmy, he hit them. They didn't hit him.
And the quickness that he had out of the turn. You talked about the size of just being right around 5'10", but the agility and the quickness and the acceleration right there, able to get him close to the mark.
And he's 15.
Fortunately for Greenfield Central, you can say that age about almost anybody on the
all
roster.
their players,
but you're right. When you're arguing the most important position on the field, that does a little bit more. Handoff that time.
Got the first down.
Is to Nelson.
Just bounces right up into Toner's hand, doesn't touch the ground.
Oh, wow.
Right to the 30-yard line. What a play by Toner. Right place, or right time, or right place in the right spot.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, right place, right time, if I can think correctly. And
Tyler, that was a huge play.
Huge play, sets them up for a chance here, and
you
they
got
got
it
right to the right
this.
side, far side of the field. Now they're bringing DeAndre in motion. I would take a shot here.
Yeah,
Sudden change. Try to keep the momentum going.
You can't throw an interception here, though. And he's going to throw to DeAndre. Wow, DeAndre makes. Oh,
man, that was close.
That would have been just an incredible
catch. DeAndre
catch.
is making some plays tonight.
I have to kind of think that DeAndre, he very well is the best player on this Royals team, I'd say.
There's a lot of good
on
players.
the offensive side.
Well, I think he's been their best playmaker so far, but I don't know if I would say he's the best player. There's a lot of good people out there.
That's very true.
He's been one of the better players tonight.
Yes.
I would say that.
Hobson going to go ahead and throw heavy
Off
pressure,
his back foot.
Ben Boysen's going to go ahead and get that one.
Yeah, what a throw by Hobson. He threw off his back foot. Clock stops for a first down with the pressure up the middle, but found Ben Boysen on a cross route over the middle, and Ben gets the first down.
Wow.
They need to pick it up a little bit here. They need to start heading a little bit quicker.
Maybe
I think they're going to take a shot here. I wouldn't be surprised if.
And here we go.
They got verticals.
They do. Ben Boysen. Oh.
Good play. Good play by Tyler Anderson. Again, we've called his name several times, but all that was, they had streaks on the outside, and they had Ben Boysen coming across the middle. Took a little bit of they could have taken a shot to the far side. Tony Myers looked like he had a step, but choose to go with Ben Boysen, and good play by Tyler Anderson to cut him off. 4:55, 2nd and 10.
So we'll see what happens here. One player we haven't called tonight on defense is Ross England. He has 19 total tackles so far for the Orioles this season. Haven't called his name. Hobson going to go ahead and throw. DeAndre, incomplete.
Yeah, trying a lot of back shoulder. That one just had no chance. Hobson just threw it a little bit too far behind DeAndre, but they're really liking these fade routes and then trying to throw the back shoulder to DeAndre.
Well, now it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, 2-down territory obviously here. I would maybe think about something short.
There's
you can even
no
run
way.
the ball maybe, try to pick up some yards, surprise them, or you can try to go for it all here. But you got 2 downs to get the first down.
There's no way you could kick the field goal here.
Well, no, they're down 15, so that's
an admitting defeat.
That wouldn't help. Screen play.
Nathan Wolf gets
coverage.
not a lot, maybe a yard or 2.
Good coverage.
Oh, he's gonna get nothing. Yep.
Yeah,
it
was good coverage.
4th and 10.
The lineman couldn't get out in front and block. Those screenplays have just felt like it's been a little bit rushed tonight. They haven't allowed it set up, but obviously this is probably the play of the game right here. 4 minutes 30 seconds. 4th and you might have lost a little bit. 4th and 11 almost.
Yeah, this is a big play here for the Royals.
Line's got to give him some time.
And he is going to have time. And that's going to be caught.
What a catch,
Nathan Wolf.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness, first down.
Wow, what a catch there.
One-handed, it was behind him, and he caught it with one hand. We'll have a replay in a moment. The clock is running.
Yep.
No one's moving, but the clock is running.
Yep, got to get going. Move. 1st and goal here.
We'll show that replay in a moment once we slow down.
And Hobson's going to throw.
Touchdown.
Caught.
Oh, he's
Draw.
short?
What?
Oh, touchdown. First time got touchdown. Touchdown Royals.
All right.
And we're back in it with 3:56 to go. 2
This
timeouts.
game just got interesting again, ladies and gentlemen. 35-26 in favor of Avon with 3:56 left in the 4th quarter.
So it looks like they brought the field goal unit out, so they're going to wait to do the 2-point conversion for later. Of course, if they scored again. So here is the 4th down. Nate Wolf across the middle catches with one hand behind his back. And the kick,
it's good.
And the kick is good.
It's very good. So, Tyler, I think
every single time. Some big-time college football tomorrow.
Yeah.
Guess where the Boilers are going to do? They're going to beat Valparaiso.
I would hope so. You can't
not
get
Valparaiso. Vanderbilt.
I would hope so.
We're going to beat
Valparaiso.
Shut up, Jimmy.
You can't get much lower after a loss to Nevada.
Oh. Okay.
The coolest thing about that, though, and I think you'll admit objectively to this, I'm sure you saw the story.
Yes.
The kicker
yes.
was a walk-on.
Yes.
Got a scholarship after the game
yes.
and the game ball.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm okay with that.
Gotta undercut it with a positive story.
Oh, he's
going to
open.
go deep downfield.
Oh,
could not make the catch that time. Was number 16, Ashton Gentry. He was in space, but could not roll it in, just a little too far to the sideline.
How about letting the ball air out? He did that against the wind.
Well, he mentioned that Slineker not afraid to launch one deep. And at this stage of the game, why not? Up 25-0. Not afraid to take some chances and show off the cannon. Be 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25-yard line.
I think you're doing that just for film presence.
Why not? They'll hand it off this time to Cole. Cole breaks around one tackle. Couldn't get around the second level, though. Will be tackled after a gain of about 5.
Next week.
Kick. Although that kick up the middle, they're back up the middle. You can try that kick up the middle.
And let's see what happens.
See what happens, though. Kicks it deep.
Yep.
Ooh, don't go out of bounds. Oh, that's perfect.
Coughing. Not quite coughing corner, but that's beautiful.
Perfect bounce.
Jarolis has been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Jarolis has had a good game. But
this
is obviously the 3-point. You can't let him get a first down. You got 2 timeouts.
The defense has to keep playing.
He got the first down and more. Give them a gain of right around 10 on the play. I'll move the chains to continue this drive for the Marauders. Flag in the backfield on that snap and the handoff to LaBelle.
I think you may have a hold in the backfield.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And
Oh, no, that's not good.
He's got the, okay, well, at least he gave up the first down now. The clock stops with the change of downs. So not ideal, but you still save your 2 timeouts.
Yeah, you do.
And the
Although
clock is now running now.
not-
Yep. So it stops momentarily to set the chains. And then, so, if you're going to give up a first down, that's the time to do it when you still have your 2 timeouts in your back pocket.
And, wow, Coach Morris is staring very close to the ref.
You don't call it here.
No.
But, yeah, if you get a short gain, that's when you'll call it.
Yeah, 3:20 on the game clock with 35-27 left in the fourth. And that's a run from Jalen Love, and that's another really good run. And you may, if you're Coach Morris,
Another first down. I wouldn't call it yet either.
Nope.
I would save it. Next one, and at this point, you're going to have to start. You can't let them continue to pick up this yardage. But I think Avon has woken up a little bit. They've recognized it's a 1-score game. They got to get going here. And the first 2 plays, there's been some gaping holes made by that offensive line. Maybe the Royals defense getting a little bit tired from being on the field a lot during this game, but they got to dig deep here and somehow get a stop.
Do. We really got to get this going. Man, another interception would be huge here. They're not going to throw it.
Uh-oh. First down.
Wow.
Don't use it yet. You got to keep holding those timeouts. At some point, whenever they get short of the first down, that's when you use your timeout. Coach Morris is doing a good job with clock management, but it's quickly becoming. It's down to 2:28 and counting with 26 seconds left on the play clock. So it's going to be right around 2 minutes when they snap this. So you're going to have to start using your timeouts.
Yeah, this defense has to make a stop, and they're wasting a lot of time right now.
You got to.
We're almost within 2 minutes here.
You got it at some points. Can't let them continue to get first downs.
Yeah.
And there we go. Timeout. There we go.
Yep. 2:01 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Orioles.
and kicked a field goal to win 10-7. Southport 3-0 on this young season. Congratulations, Coach Winters.
Don't know if I would have called that out of the gate for the Cardinals. But a very impressive start so far. Sluniker's going to try to go deep downfield. Incomplete. Overthrew his receiver. Intended man that time was Erika Lewis.
I tell you what, Southport may have something in 6A.
Man. At the very least right now.
Well,
momentum enough to make some noise.
Well, next week they play Gibson Southern on Saturday. That's their homecoming. That's a webcast game on Indiana SRN. And I tell you what, Gibson Southern, very good ball club in 3A.
Another solid test for the Cardinals.
You got time to, work out some. I mean, you don't play until Saturday.
For sure.
So.
Very rare opportunity in high school football where you get an extra day to plan and prepare. Sure, the Cards will use it wisely.
Fumble.
Botch snap. That is take.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yep.
Got to stop him here. Cannot. First
you
down
really
from now on will end the game. So.
Yep. And it's going to be a handoff. A lot of room. And that's going to be a stop on the third down.
Timeout.
Coach Morris, timeout.
Yeah, 1:56 left.
That's the last timeout for HSC.
It's gonna be 3rd and 4. So, you know what? Avon might try to take 2 down.
With the win for the Cardinal.
It's not necessarily a far-fetched tale.
I'm sure it's not. Good
Ratliff
punt.
got all of that one, and it takes a Marauder bounce. Be down right about the 35-yard line. That's where they will set up shop. So Greenfield Central, once again, an opportunity to build and learn around this wishbone offense. And I tell you something, Coach, just talking with Coach Nolding, right now it might not look pretty. But the foundation that he has established, you can bet in the seasons to come, this is going to be a fine old machine here at Greenfield Central.
And he has put some people in the stands where they believe strongly that that's where they're going to have success. This community
Crowd is going nuts. Here we go. Henry Hessen in the shotgun.
Can't jump off sides.
Nope.
Yep.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Or 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jalen Love in the backfield. This is it. They're showing blitz, and they are going to stop him.
Okay, the clock is now running.
4th down.
Play clock is also running, so they're going to have to either.
They're going to have about a minute.
They're going to snap this ball with 1:10 left.
Yeah.
They'll be able to snap this ball with 1:10 left. So will they go for it? Will they kick it?
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, they're going to line up, try to get them draw off sides, and then call timeout. Is probably what they're going to do. They are lining up, but they're going to learn a lot of this clock off first.
Yeah.
Cannot jump if you're the HSC. Cannot
you
jump.
Cannot.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get him to jump.
Yeah. 7 on the play clock.
Cannot
5,
jump.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And timeout.
1:11 left in the 4th quarter. So what you do is
Sessions, the attends, to the gate staff, to the athletic department, as that pass is just out of the outstretched hands of Joey Rowland.
And it's almost time.
We want to thank all of them.
Yep.
And now it's, I've been on the edge of my seat.
Yep. It's the Golden Kernel time, brought to you by the popcorn vendors of everywhere in the state of Indiana. And Jimmy, the stats, if you look at the stats, Zionsville was ranked 6th going in as we got to play here.
Will be the punt unit out there for Greenfield Central. Punt is away by Tyler Antic. Takes a Cougar bounce. Before going out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Coach, Golden Kernel.
Yep, the Zionsville Eagles scored a 6 on their popcorn. Not enough butter, a little bit
Now,
less.
for those that don't know, what is this scale?
Jump. Don't run into the kicker. Don't get anywhere near the kicker. That's a penalty. It would be a first down. So
here we go. I think pretty much every play from now on is the biggest play of the game. So we're just going to call it the biggest play of the game on a punt.
Can't jump. Don't hit the punter.
And they're going
Don't
to
hit
kick
the
it.
Man, Evan Lance came close to hitting that punter.
Oh,
All
that's
right,
not
we
good.
got a chance.
All right.
10 yard. Hey, right at 105, 10-yard line, 90 yards in 1 minute and 5 seconds, 65 seconds. They can do it.
Man, they can.
The clock stops on every first down, so that's something to keep in mind to let the chain set, and then look for them to throw to the get out of bounds. They got to get out of bounds when they can.
You got to throw it to number 86 here.
The Lions can't take a sack as
Yep.
well. That would be a
that's
big
very
killer
true.
because the clock will continue to run. So here we go, though.
Here we go.
They got themselves a chance. So
Man, the action. The last 2 weeks on Southeastern Sports Network has been absolutely phenomenal. In the 4th quarter, and here we are. Andrew Hobson going to go ahead and drop back. Good protection. Going to throw it up, and
he tipped it almost. He tried to tip it in for an interception. That was crazy athletic play. Was that Tyler Anderson
Yeah,
again?
it was.
Yeah, that was almost costly. Hobson threw it way early. DeAndre Rhodes wasn't even close to being out of his route when he threw it. Wasn't even looking. So they had
only
3
takes
guys.
5 seconds off the clock, though.
Yeah, 3 guys on DeAndre. So usually they got 3 guys on 1 guy. Someone else is open.
You got
so he's got to look for other people too.
trips to the right here. And Hobson going to throw it.
Boysen.
That's Ben Boysen.
Did he get
That's
the first down? Yes.
first down.
Clock stops. Got to get to the line of scrimmage. Get a play in.
You spike it down, or you go ahead and get a play?
No, you got to play. You got to get a play. Clock is now running. 52
Here we go.
and counting. Got to go. Got to go.
Hobson drops back. Time.
Throw it.
Gonna throw. Ben Boysen
First
caught.
down again. Get on the line. Get on the line.
All right. This
We're
is
up at
where
the 40-yard line,
this is where big in high school
42.6.
football helps you. Man, they got to keep going here, though.
Clock is not running yet. 42.6. Clock is now running. They got to go.
Clock is now running. They got to go. They got to go.
38 and
Hobson.
counting.
Gonna take it.
Got to get out. Get it out. Get it out.
Gonna throw to Boysen again. That is.
Clock's running. Clock's running. Clock's running. Clock's running. Did not
Spike
get
it
the
down.
first
Spike it down. Spike it down.
Did not get the first down. Got to go.
Go, 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 go. Spike it, spike it, spike it.
Uh-oh, they're killing a lot of
Yeah,
time.
they are.
Yep. 18 seconds.
Wow. They took too much time off there, I think.
Yeah, he was about a half yard short of a first down, which is a killer because the clock would have stopped. So 18 seconds basically left, 8-point game. You know, you got time for probably 3 or 4 or 5 more plays, if you can stop the clock on.
Tyler, even I'm nervous. I can't imagine what they're feeling. Hobson goes ahead, throws it
Gets
wide
down,
open.
get out of bounds,
DeAndre Rhodes, get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
He at least has the first down. I don't know if he got out of bounds. So
they got to go.
11.7. Clock's running. Clock is running. 10
Clock
seconds.
is running. Go.
Gotta go. Spike it.
They're going to spike it with 5.6 seconds.
Now you got a Hail Mary.
Yep.
Hopefully Hobson can reach the end zone from here. So he did not get out of bounds. He was left inbounds. No timeouts. 5.6 left.
I got to tell you, that's a real heads-up play by tackling on Avon there to keep him in bounds. Wow,
here's the game.
This is it.
Hopefully, you also got to think of if a defensive penalty, pass interference, the game will continue if there's no time left. So they got to get into the end zone here.
Yep.
Hopefully Hobson get it there, and hopefully got to have time.
And
get down. Got to get lateral.
No. Oh,
lateral.
All right, lateral game.
This is the end of the game. Was that backwards? That's backwards. Go!
Go!
Oh my God! Oh, he got tackled.
No!
Oh, he got tackled. Oh,
wow.
Man. Oh, he had room. Oh, it was close.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, he needed to lateral back one more. But, man, there was one guy he had to beat, and he just barely tackles him. What a play. What a finish.
Man, what a game. What a game. Hey, nothing to be ashamed of there.
No, that's the number one. That's the number 1 team in the state. What a game.
Hey, for the second straight year, HSC almost knocks off a top 5 team.
Yeah, last year was Brownsburg.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game. What a finish.
After a run play was met for a loss, Mabry, the freshman, in the wishbone. He'll roll back and keep it himself, and probably a holding call, but a sack as well for the Marauder defense. We'll wait to see what this flag is about. First time tonight we've seen them do a delay and play action in that wishbone set. Seen a couple rollouts, a couple designed passes. But that holding call will leave a decision to be made by the Marauders. They want to decline that or accept it and replay the down.
I think you decline this penalty. Yep, good call.
Will be declined.
As we're under 5 minutes to play. Indiana Sports Talk. Bob Level, 26th year. Congratulations, Bob.
Props to you, Coach. Happy to be a part of it, and continues to be the legendary Indiana Sports Talk.
You know, you look back at how Coach Level has done with Sports Talk and whatever he's done. He's been a great basketball coach. You know, you're on the south side, grew up on the south side, yep. Franklin, Indiana, his hometown in Plainfield, and he has been very helpful for us as well here at Indiana SRN, and we just want to thank him and congratulate him on his success.
Couldn't have said it better myself, as the punt is away for Greenfield Central, but a flag just before that snap.
You know, we've been doing Football Weekly now for 4 years. I can't imagine doing it for 26 with Sean, but, you know, if Giacomo's Pizza keeps on giving us pizza, we'll be more than happy to do whatever we bid.
I have been in the trenches of Indiana Sports Talk. In fact, I'll be working updates for Coach here in a week from Saturday, and I can tell you one thing, it is a fine oiled machine, but if you threw people in there that didn't know what they were doing, woo, it's a Coach will tell himself he's the leader, but there's a lot of moving pieces in there that he's established over 25 years, this season 26. Hats off to you, Coach. That punt not as good as the first, and it'll be handled at the 50-yard line. Burst of speed around the edge. He might go. Cuts it back in. Touchdown, Marauders.
No flags.
No flags on the play, and a clean take that time by Ashton Gentry. Well, they were waiting for a special teams play. It was a major key coming into this one, Coach, and Ashton Gentry took care of the rest on the wobbly punt.
Great punt, great blocks down the field, and Gentry, nice little juke at the 10-yard line. 31-0 here.
Clean take back, no flags on the play.
As they will go for the PAT.
"12 of 13 on the PATs to this point in time is Ratliff. Make it 13 of 14. Marauders 32, Cougars nothing. We'll step away with 4:09 left to go in this fourth quarter on Indiana SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Welcome back to the campus of Greenfield Central High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. 4:09 left to go in this fourth quarter. Marauders 32, Cougars nothing as we await kickoff. Let's send it over to Coach with some finals.
Guerin Catholic beats Heritage Christian 23-5, drops Heritage Christian to 2-1. Guerin is now 3-0. Beech Grove beats Speedway 21-13. Southport in an overtime beat Columbus North 10-7. Roncalli Chittard wins 53-7. Traders Point beat Shortridge 57-6, and Addicts beat Covenant Christian 19-7. Jimmy?
On the kickoff, it'll be fielded and taken deep that time by Joey Rowland. Looked like it was very close to being a touchback, but he decided to roll the dice, take it out anyway. The official said, all right, let's roll. And he got about 20 on the return.
By rule, if you're on the line, it's a touchback. He must have been right at the two-inch line, because that was really close. So here we go. Greenfield Central. If you're Greenfield here, you just want to run. You want to run out the clock, Jimmy.
Yeah, main goal. I mean, obviously, stay fine-tuned, take care of the football. But you're exactly right, Coach. While you're running the wishbone set, take care of the football and wind this clock down. Be a keeper that time for Mayberry on the fake, initially on the direct handoff. It'll be a gain of about maybe 2 on the play.
If you just joined us, the Greenfield quarterback, Lance McGee, the junior, went out of the game midway through the third quarter. We do not know why he is out of the game. He was hit twice in the head. So we're not assuming anything. But
of course not.
The freshman quarterback has done a nice job.
That is a toss for a loss as the Mount Vernon Marauders were right there to meet them on the edge. Should be noted that Lance McKee is directly diagonal from me. He's standing on the sideline with the helmet on, likely just in solidarity with his team. I don't expect to see him back in there, but good to see him on his feet and moving.
Yeah, and, we'll check on him and his status after the game. We'll be praying for him for speedy recovery if he is hurt. So smart by the coaches to keep him out because it is only week 3. You got 6 games left before the second half of the season, which is the tournament.
Under 3 to go in this one. Mount Vernon 32, Greenfield Central 0. The Cougars with the football continue to run that wishbone set. Now they'll roll. Take a shot downfield. Pass in the air. Is it caught? The first completion of the season for the Cougars. It is. Mayberry for 25, and that'll move the chains.
A rump on the line is good. That's the foot in. Watch this. This is the best play of the game. Had time. Look how he set his feet. Nice job. And look at the landing. 1 foot is all you need. Got it.
Gavin Rose, the senior, making that play and moving the chains. And a late whistle. It'll be a timeout taken by the Marauders. We'll take one as well. 2:39 left to go in this one on Indiana SRN.
I think the best thing that our ministry offers is that when the women come in and they are pregnant and they've reached our scan dates, which are 6 weeks, 4 days to 14 weeks, we're able to image them with ultrasound.
Seeing the image on the screen and hearing a heartbeat clarifies that it is truly life and not just a clump of cells.
You know, you can see babies sucking their thumbs. You can see them running their hands over their head.
It shows them what God is doing on the inside that they don't feel or don't even think is real, but they see a real image of a real baby on the screen.
It just breaks my heart when a woman, no matter what her circumstances are, that she decides to end that intrauterine pregnancy, that she decides that she's better to go on her own without that baby.
It is.
Welcome back to Greenfield Central High School. We want to take a look at this big play.
Look at this play. You know who this is? This is Lance McKee.
Well, let's see. It's hard. I might have misled you, Coach. That could be a 2 on the back. I think it's Braden Harrell, actually.
Is it? Oh.
Yep.
Yep, it is. Thanks for setting me up.
That's my fault. I set you up for failure. Mayberry will keep it himself. He's got some space.
Got
Mayberry
a touchdown!
Touchdown, Cougars. They're on the board. The freshman Mayberry leading the charge with blockers in front of him and a PAT away from their first 7 on the board tonight.
How about that? 48 minutes. You got to play 48 minutes. Look at this. Keeper, good block downfield. No one's there to touch him. 6.
Got to feel great for the freshman. Had to respond to the injury to McKee.
Got to feel good about the coaching staff. Coaching staff never gave up learning plays.
Well, we got that vibe right when we talked to Coach Golding tonight that they were going to have a never quit, never say die attitude. Now they'll go for 2 here. Why not? Mayberry, direct handoff.
Got it.
Is he in?
Yes.
He is in. The run that time by Nelson. Picks up the 2-point conversion to make it Marauders 32, Cougars 8 with 2:22 left to go in this fourth quarter. Greenfield showing some success with the wishbone on Indian SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back to Greenfield Central High School.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy, I'm not coming back to Greenfield. They're setting me up.
Yeah. A Lone Ranger spotter
Man.
has told us that, in fact, Lance McKee was in briefly on one of these previous drives, so he appears to be okay. As a fumbled kickoff initially by Mount Vernon, now there'll be a head of space at about the 35-yard line on that return.
I do have the spotter's name.
Number 22, Lesavir Hurd.
The Lone Ranger, it's Tonto, is our spotters. Eagle Eye. We do want to thank the whole entire
Greenfield's
booth.
been very good.
They have been very kind to us. Jarrett Manning has done a nice job, and you know they're very friendly and always nice to us. Even the spotter who just gives me a hard time. Thank you very much.
It's all right. We gave him a compliment about the binoculars and everything.
I know.
That's what we get back.
He's going to take us to Jim Dandy's after the game.
2:13 left to go in this fourth quarter. Marauders lead at 32-8 after the impressive scoring drive by Greenfield Central. Coach, we talked about it. The freshman Mayberry in there, he had a nice 25-yard pass on that drive and also able to take it the distance on that 15-yard scamper.
And, they're going to watch this tonight when they get home and say, hey, not too bad. They finished. They played all 48 minutes, Jimmy. That's what you want to do.
That was the main objective for Greenfield Central, win or lose.
And if you're Mount Vernon, you go 3-0, and you got to get ready for the juggernaut of the Dragons of New Palestine.
I don't wish New
That
Pal
for
on my
anybody.
worst enemy.
No.
Be a pitch that time. Around the outside was heard as the Marauders letting some second unit rotations get out there. Make that heard on the carry.
Third down. Again, next week, join us Football Weekly on the internet radio side. Sean Carl and myself will preview all the games we have for you next week.
Man in motion with under a minute to go. They'll once again give to Hurd. Hurd broke one tackle, stiff arm another, close to the marker. He's going to be just short, said the initial line judge, but this second spot, I believe, is going to be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down. That's a good call. Good job by our officials.
And if the Marauders so choose, they can go to victory formation. Just one snap of the football.
If we can look over the stands, the Mount Vernon stands, the candles are now lit for the victory, as now they are all disintegrated. So,
for my generation, that's the lights on the phone. For your group, that's
that was a lighter. Okay, thank you very much. As we're down to 18 seconds, 32 Marauders, 8 Cougars. Good job for both teams. Great sportsmanship. Congratulations to our officials again. Breck Upshaw, Greg Corey, Byron Davis, Eric Gibson, and Dwight Akers did a nice job on officiating.